Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. What's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Random show, random show, random show, random show, random show. Episode number 524, 524, 524. Day 3 of 20. Day 3, I think, of 20. Big up the stream chat. What's going on, people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the random show. What's happening, people? What's happening? What's happening? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all can see me. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all can see me live and direct and clear, clearing, driving, and all that malarkey. Hope you can all see me. Hope you can all see me. Hope you can all flipping see me. Can you hear me too? Can you hear me? Am I coming through loudly? Am I coming through loudly? Hopefully I'm coming through loudly. Hopefully I'm coming through loudly and clear, loudly and clear, clear and loudly. Let me know in the stream chat if you can hear me. What's happening? Game Bread, I see you. MK, I see you. Addy Z, I see you. Big up Addy Z, I see. Did you get your special KFC? No, I didn't. I didn't get my KFC. I did not get my $10 KFC, but maybe I'll get it at some point. Big up Keep, big up Game Bread, Apex Putter. Big up Grown Baby Golf. Big up Grown Baby Golf. Big up Bot Ricks as well here. KHALYLA was here earlier. Jesus Christ, my throat. Actually, it's day 3, isn't it? What are you guys talking about? Is it day 2 or is it day 3? How many of these have I done? I think I've done every day so far, haven't I, right? Is it day 3 or is it day 2? Am I bugging out? Is it technically day 3 or day 3? Hold on. Oh no, it is day 3. It's day 3, yeah. You guys are bugging out. It's day 3. It's not day 2. That one before was on, is it 2 or 3? Oh no, it's 2 because technically we've gone, yeah, okay, it's 2. It's 2. It's 2. It's 2. It's 2. It's 2, it's 2. Forgive me. Maths is not my strong suit. Numbers are not my strong suit. It's technically 2 because we've gone over. So it's day 2 of 20. It's day 2 of 20. It's day 2 of 20. Day 2. Day 2. Day 2. Day 2. Big up everybody. I should just write it in the title, innit? I should just write it in the title so that you can kind of see it. I'll do it at the end. I'll do it at the end. But for now, before we continue, have you guys seen AKADEMIKS is interviewing this lady, right? AKADEMIKS is interviewing this lady. I think she's like a law. I think she's a lawyer expert. I think he's had her on before, and they're discussing the David case, which is really interesting to discuss. The fans don't seem to like it, but they're discussing anyway. And fucking hell, mate. Whatever I raise, right? Whatever I raise for this particular marathon, whatever monies that I raise, which is gonna go directly to my fucking, you know, Berlin Christmas escapade that I plan to go on the 23rd. I think I'm leaving. I think I might be doing 23rd to 27. Whatever monies that I raise for this Berlin escapade, some of those monies is going to be put towards getting some OZEMPIC, whether I get it on the black market or whatever. Some of that money is going to be put towards getting OZEMPIC, because look at how fucking skinny AKADEMIKS is. Can you guys see this on the screen? I don't care what any of you guys say. Look, you all know what AKADEMIKS used to look like. Look at how skinny AKADEMIKS is. This guy doesn't run. He's not lifted a single weight in his entire life. He probably can't do a press up. He probably can't do a pull up. He's not in the gym doing back squats like I am. He's not doing bench presses like I am. He just stabbed himself in the stomach, and look at how he looks. This is the interview. Look at how he looks. I don't want to hear anybody say anything about me being on OZEMPIC, because look at AKADEMIKS right now.
Right, so like if it's a movie or something like that.
Yeah.
This.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah. Oh, cold is great. Thank you.
Let me ask you this question.
Thank you so much.
Oh, great catch. In comparison to other cases historically, right? Like, you know, obviously people like infamously like say OJ, like, you know, some people like, come on, this motherfucker did it, or some people like, well, okay, the gloves doesn't fit. We gotta quit.
His face is still a bit puffy because he drinks a lot of booze, I think. For some reason, he's been able to withstand the booze thing. I don't know what happened there. Every paper or every report I've read online about OZEMPIC has said that one of the unintended consequences of the drug is that it can kind of alleviate a lot of like vices, right? A lot of like addictions you may have. So people are stop smoking suddenly when they take Ozempic. People lose their sweet tooth, and obviously in Brendan's case, you've seen people like, you know, get off of booze. For some reason, AKADEMIKS has not stopped drinking. He's on Ozempic. He's lost a bunch of weight, but he's still drinking. That's probably why his face is still puffy. But the rest of his body, like, do you know what I mean? I might have to get on this thing, man. I might have to get on this thing.
Wait, where do you think this, like, there's and I don't know if
you want to zoom in on the legs? Yeah, look at the legs.
I'm not being sexist here, people. This is true. They say true crime and crime podcasts women love.
Yep.
More than men.
I watched a lot of his content. I've watched a lot of his streams. His legs have never been that skinny. I've watched a lot of this man's streams, a lot of this man's content. AKADEMIKS' legs have never been that skinny. I think those are designer jeans. This might be the first time he's ever worn designer jeans. Those are definitely designer jeans that he can now wear because his legs fit in them.
You would a kid that doesn't have autism, right? Oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know how sad it is.
Well, unless he is
that's the
Red
thing.
Rummer, yeah. I mean,
right? Like, Chet, could y'all tell me if I think I was right on that detail. But yeah, I've been watching that.
He's like alive and kicking, and then like
yeah, no. That motherfucker is definitely not free.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that to say, if you see me on stream soon and I'm half the size, don't say nothing. If you see me on stream soon and I have visible cheekbones, don't say a word. Don't say a word. Just pretend like it always happened anyway. Just pretend like it's always there. Because I'm going to pretend like it's always there. Because I'm killing myself at the moment. Running on the street. Running around my area. Pummeling myself on the fucking treadmill. I'm pulling a rowing machine. Doing kettlebell swings. Doing back squats. Doing burpees. Doing pull-ups. I'm doing a bunch of things to get myself right. To get myself right by the end of the year. I'm doing a lot of things to get myself right. And at the moment, unfortunately, I'm not diabetic, right? I'm you know, contrary to popular belief out there, I'm not diabetic, so I do not qualify to get Ozempic on fucking NHS. So if I do have to get it, I have to get it, you know, through private means and pay for it. So whatever I raise during this marathon, a portion of that, yes, some of it's going to go on the flight, some of it's going to go on the Airbnb, but most of it may have to go, or a portion of it may have to go on getting myself that little jab, getting myself that little plastic instrument and sticking it in my stomach so that I can now finally fit back into someone. Because I've got a pair of Subi jeans. I've got a pair of Subi jeans in my wardrobe that I used to wear back in the day that are a 32 waist, right? They're a 32 waist and I've not let them go. I used to wear them a lot when I was going out. I have a pair of Subi jeans. If you know about people that know about denim, you know what I want. I have a pair of Subi denim in my jeans, in my wardrobe that I used to wear, and they're 32 waist. Actually, maybe a 33. They may be a 32, 33, but anyway, around that mark. When I take Ozempic, I'm gonna do a stream where I'm gonna wear those jeans. Because right now, if I try to wear them, I don't think I'd fit one leg in them at the moment, right? I think one leg might be 32 waist, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that jab. Big up AKADEMIKS, by the way. Big up AKADEMIKS. Check him out. This lady, they're doing a stream. That's a stream there. Title, breaking down the David Case Diddy doc out on Netflix, blah, 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 blah. Let's carry on. What are you guys saying in the stream chat? Give us a 360, mate. I can't. I don't have enough room. Brother. It's the camera. It's the way the camera's set up, you know? The way my camera's set up, the way this, you know, the way my little makeshift studio. It's not my fault. It's the camera. The camera's set up in a weird way, bro. I can't move, you know? Yeah, Kayla. I'm trying to find an Ozempic plug. Oh, you can find them. The people that some people purchase things from online on platforms such as Telegram and stuff, you can find people that sell it. You can find people that sell black market Ozempic. Don't know if they're selling you soy sauce though. I don't know if they're selling you fucking white vinegar in that fucking syringe, right? I don't know if they're selling you water. I don't know what they're selling in that syringe, but there are people on the black market selling Ozempic. Big up our disease. That jab gonna cost you $600 a month. Now the people on thingy, Bajiggy, the people on How much is selling it? Let me see if I can find a seller. Let me see if I can find a seller. Bear me in. Let me see if I can find a seller. But I think the people that are selling them on the place that I buy stuff. Let me see. Who was it? Actually, I think it might be. Let me see. Let me just type it in on here and see what I can get up on my list. But I think there's a bunch of people that sell it. Let me see on here. Oh, there we go. There's one. I already found somebody. So let me see how much they sell it for. I found one person who sells it on the black market. Let's see how much they sell it for. Listings, prescription medication, and I think it's called something. I don't think they call it. It's called like what's the official name of it? That's it. Prima. Is it Primogablin? Is that it? No, I don't think Primogablin is a drug, in it, right? I don't think that's the one. No, I don't think it's Primogablin. That's something else. That's the wrong one. Bear with me here. Or maybe they're sold out there. Maybe they might be sold out, that one. Let's go back again. Okay, it's not that one. It's not what I'm thinking there. It's not that. Hold on. There is somebody that I remember who was selling it, and I think it was like £100 or something. I think it was like 100. Let's see if I can find it. Bish, bosh. Okay, maybe it's gone. Maybe it's not around anymore, but I think there was somebody that may have had it. Let's see. Not for me. I use it. Tramadol. Okay, cool. But I'm assuming it's around 100. I think it's around 100 last time I checked on the black market. But there are people there are companies actually that sell it. When you Google it, there's companies that come up and sell it. They sell you packs that you pay. I think I saw one that said like 180 a month. You could pay for 180 a month a pack, and they send you like a reoccurring pack. Because I don't know how many jabs you're meant to take, how long you take it for, a few months, a few weeks, who fucking knows. But one thing is for certain, AKADEMIKS looks like he's in the best shape of his life, you know. And this guy's he's been a fat dude for a while. And I don't think and the only reason why his face looks that chubby is because he doesn't stop drinking booze. Somehow he's beat the booze thing, which is kind of interesting, isn't it? I love big up Wings of Redemption. Wings of Redemption is another one who beat fucking Ozempic. I'm fascinated with the guys that beat Ozempic, that take Ozempic but still manage to just eat. That's incredible. Hold on, let's find his Instagram page. I think maybe he will. Is it AKADEMIKS? Oh, maybe let me see if I can find his personal Instagram page. Yeah, that's the one. I am AKADEMIKS. Let's see if he's got any before after pictures on here. No, this is a horrible picture, by the way. And Playboy Kai tried to style him. But yeah, look at him. Look at AKADEMIKS, bro. Look at what Ozempic can do. Look at what Ozempic can, like. Obviously, like I said, his face is still massive. Like he's still got a moon face because of all the booze, right? But look at his body. Look at it. That's fucking crazy, isn't it? That is absolutely crazy that he's that small. It's really funny. Oh, that is so fucking hilarious, honestly. I love it. I fucking love it, man. Big up Case of Moses. AZ talking about plugs while the lady on the screen is demoing DV is insane. I thought you can't drink on that stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people can't drink, but some people like AKADEMIKS can just battle through it, I guess. I don't know. I guess you have to ask him to find out how he's able to do it. What is it? It says AZ needs at least 40 members a month to pay for his weight loss. Yeah. Get them coming, man. Just do just do meth like CLAVICULAR. Oh, big up CLAVICULAR, actually. Let's check him out. Where's CLAVICULAR updates? Where's my page? Where's my fucking page that I love? Where's CLAVICULAR? There we go. Let's check it. What's CLAVICULAR been up to recently? What's my guy CLAVICULAR been up to recently? I think he's on a boat now, isn't it? He's on a boat. Oh, and he's trying to eat. You know what I'm really jealous about? It's that fucking drugathon thing that he wants to do with fucking Ed Matthews. Where instead of doing a subathon, they're gonna do drugs all the time. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, what's this one? CLAVICULAR reveals that him and Ed Matthews doubled down gambling off stream and lost 35 grand playing 5k roulette. Jesus Christ.
Because I mean, this got me going. But guys, we genuinely fucked up like you haven't ever seen from a streamer before. We got on, so obviously you guys know
I haven't been sleeping.
we gamble on stake, and you know most of the time you're supposed to do it on stream. No, we don't do that. We're gambling off stream, our own, like thousands of dollars. We're doing 5K hands.
Jesus
on
Christ.
Lost every time.
Lost literally every time. So we're down 40 fucking bags, boys.
Nah, we was down 20 today and 16 yesterday. The day before that. So in total it's like 36 bands.
36,
we're down.
almost damn near. It's gonna be 40 after tonight, probably.
Nah, bro, that's the energy. Wow. Like,
So we literally called up Young LA because we were so fucking.
we had to make the money back instantly.
We were trying to make the money back, so we said, "Listen, get this man a deal." I FaceTimed the fucking cunt
You know
at
what
Young
it
LA.
Clav got paid.
Because I mean, this got me going.
Honestly, I need to get on this level, man. They're calling up CEOs to get themselves deals so they can spend that money on fucking roulette. Oh, God almighty. Honestly, like, I think if I got a deal like that, I think it'd be way more beneficial to just, like, I don't know, do a giveaway, you know? Like, get a really big fucking Amazon gift card, like, I don't know, like $1,000, and just give that away or something, like, for, like, I don't know, for, like, likes or shit. I don't know, whatever, something nonsense. I don't know if that, is that legal, though? Could you do a giveaway for an Amazon gift card for, like, for subscribers? Forget memberships paid, just like subscribers. Yeah, whoever subscribes from now and then, click this link, enter your name, and then boom, just give it away. That'd be much better than just, like, gambling it away on fucking roulette, no? I don't know, man, like, I don't know. Like, give your viewers a good Christmas. I don't know. Give someone 50 quid or something. I don't know. Like, it seems weird, but anyway. Clavicle, what's this? Clavicle was scared after watching an insane TikTok. Okay, let's not watch that one. We don't care about the homeless one. I want to see something else on here. What's this one? Ed Matthews was shook after he said he'd rather eat than instead. Okay, I don't want to know about that. I don't care about that one. Clavicle explains why he changed his mind about getting the 100k leg lengthening surgery.
I should get the
No, it doesn't matter. I always tell people.
honestly, I don't give a fuck, boys.
No, I'm just
I
talking.
heard that clip of you saying you're gonna get that.
No, dude. Honestly, before I was like, maybe this is a good idea, but now I realize, okay, I'm famous enough where I don't really need it. Like, cause my status is enough where I pull up my Instagram DM requests right now, 1,000 bitches like lined up.
So you think you've gotten status build over time then?
No, it's not a status bill. It's just like diminishing returns bill. Like, I don't.
Big up Mackenzie. Nah, we as a society live in the crash and burn. Repeat giveaways are too polite. That might be true, but I think that's what I would do with the money. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be like share the wealth around as apart from just like spend it on, like, to be honest, like, to be fair, if I would never get a gambling deal anyway because I don't gamble, number one. But I think if you're getting that type of deal anyway, you rather just share the wealth as opposed to just gambling it all away. But I guess the whole point of getting a gambling deal is so you can gamble. So I understand. I get it. Guy on the right looks like he's on the purest Sloan Flakes. Yeah, he's always is. He's always this case of Moses. Big Booth, they need a tranquilizer dark dose. They go too far. I thought you don't drink on that sort of. Let's continue. Let's do another clip. Ed Matthews was shocked that Clavicle was caught having coffee just 20 minutes into the stream.
What, Clav's making a coffee without me?
Wait, what does that mean? Coffee?
By the way, in case you're wondering, coffee in Clavicle and Ed Matthews lingo and in their secret speak is code for cocaine. Sorry, love.
You're making a coffee in there without me? What the fuck?
You might.
You didn't even offer me a black Americano or nothing.
Oh shit.
Without you, there's no coffee machine in there. There's no coffee machine.
A black Americano.
Machine in there, mate.
Tell Clav turn his mic off.
So funny, man. So fucking funny. There's no black America. Honestly, it's so fucking brilliant. It's so brilliant. This is what Kick is for, by the way. Kick shouldn't be about people like Neela Lynn or whatever people. Kick shouldn't be about Sam Pepper, you know, blinding that young fucking Indian girl, right? Kick shouldn't be about fucking Johnny Somali being a nuisance streamer and trying to get on the nerves of random Korean people. Kick should be about this sort of stuff, you know, degenerate shit. That's only hurting yourself, nobody else. Nobody else is getting hurt by the amount of drugs that they do. Nobody's getting hurt by the amount of drinking that they're doing. You know what I mean? The only people that are getting hurt by it are themselves and maybe people that are in and around them who also choose to be there. But it shouldn't be about annoying regular people just trying to live their regular lives. Leave regular people alone and do all your fuck shit with all your friends and stuff on like a platform where people are kind of free to do what the fuck they want. That's what it should be about, you know? But I could be wrong. Another one, CLAVICULAR gives look smashing advice to Convy and even advising him to get a double jaw surgery. What the fuck is a double jaw surgery?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, you're absolutely correct. I don't need to do it. I can open my Instagram DM request and
Auto hold
fuck any girl I want.
So
that's not to say it's not a good idea. It would benefit other people more than it would benefit me, if that makes sense.
yeah. Wait, so what surgery do you recommend do I get for everything? Like, what surgery is this for?
So that would be a double jaw surgery with under eye implants.
Double jaw? Wait, I'm talking about the eyes, not the jawline. I'm talking about this.
No, so yeah, that would be all done at the same time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So that's one surgery?
One surgery, literally 8 hours, flight to Istanbul, done. You know, it's
Okay.
about 20K and it changes your life, literally.
But be honest, how bad is it? Like, normal side profile, look. Like, post up right here so they can see me.
In terms of percentiles, it's really not, like, your side profile is not that bad at all.
It's not?
Like, you're pretty lean, but like, we're talking about what can you do to really like
To
up
get
it to
better.
the next level.
Okay.
Well, the first thing you would do right off the bat is get lean, right? You gotta get lean.
Hit the gym.
It's not even about hitting the gym. It's more about calories in, calories out.
Yeah.
That's actually good advice, you know. That's actually good advice. Apart from the double jaw surgery, which I'm not going to Google because it's going to probably freak me out. I don't want to know what double jaw surgery is. But that's actually good advice for most guys. If you get lean, if you like drop 20 to 30 pounds for most, even for actually, it's probably better for women. Women transform for 20 to 30 pounds. You can go from like one dress size to like, you know, 4 dress sizes smaller, which will change your life. But it really is about getting lean first. Getting lean first does improve because it kind of allows you to wear different things. You become a bit more confident with how you walk and how you approach people, you know? And it just, unfortunately, we live in a world where unfortunately fat people just, you know, you're just not as rated, and it's an unfortunate thing. You just, you know, you kind of limit your options essentially if you're really, really fat, unfortunately. But I think more so for guys, you know, guys, if you really do lean down, it kind of just makes stuff really easy, to be honest. But the double jaw surgery is like, you know, it's just a bit scary how tapped in he is to surgeries and stuff when he's only 19, you know, this fucking CLAVICULAR guy, 19 or 20. It's like, God damn it, bro. You still got so much growing to do and whatever else. Is like looking into surgeries at that age is like, and I kind of understand it if you're like old and grey, you know, and you want to try and give yourself a chance. You're old and grey and you're still competing for the young girls. Like you see I see like Instagram pages that post those before and after pictures of like old Italian looking guys who have like the whole turkey neck and stuff, and they want to just give themselves a chance to kind of fuck 21-year-olds in Ibiza. That I understand if you're like 60 and you want to give yourself another 5 years of fucking, you know, under 25-year-old girls. But when you're 19, 20, I just feel like you shouldn't be doing anything to your face that dramatic, you know? You still got so much growing to do. There's no real need, but big up CLAVICULAR still. I like him. I like CLAVICULAR. Another one here. CLAVICULAR's career flashed before his eyes after Sweater said this. What's this? I hope it's not something too bad.
They said the generator's broke, so I think we're stuck here.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, this boat is
my
a sausage fest. So let's get out and let's go to fucking Wynwood, bro.
Bro, you act like we could put the most gorgeous girls, 1,000 of them. You're fucking any of them.
I got mom.
Bro, it's not like you're fucking any of them. Who
I'll
cares?
fuck him one way or another. You know,
Hey, bro. Chill.
I got Berkey with me, bro. That's
Yo, no, don't involve him. Yeah. No, he's like, don't involve me. He said, what?
Yo, big up Solid. He's lost 15 pounds just by quitting drinking. Wasn't even super fat, but leaned out over a few months without trying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, drinking. Read. I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I don't drink, right? Because on top of being the way that I am now, if I drunk, I'd be a fucking ball, right? I'd be bigger than fucking Flocko. I don't drink, but I've heard drinking is a real difference maker for a lot of people. Once they cut out drinking, it really does make a big difference. So, yeah, if you can, which is difficult as well to do. to stop drinking, especially in this country, man. Like, this country is so cold. There's nothing to do. Socially, everything is in bars and restaurants. It's just so hard to not drink in this country, man. It really fucking is difficult. So if you have managed to stop drinking for your health or whatever, sobriety, I've got so much respect for you. It's so difficult to do in your adult age because, you know, drinking is a bit of a hobby. Going to the pub, going to the bar, whatever. It can be a big gap in your life if you stop doing it. But if you do, you got all my respect. Cool. Clav is amazed when he's meeting a girl on a yacht who had the same double jaw surgery. What the fuck does double jaw surgery look like? I wonder if they describe it here. I don't want to Google it because it's gonna freak me out. I want to hear them describe what double jaw surgery means. Because in my head, when they say double jaw surgery, I'm thinking of like surgery on both sides. I guess that's what they mean, but I don't know what it means. Let's see what they mean.
But yeah. So did you have anything else done, or just the double jaw?
What do you think?
Did he do like a genioplasty or any modifications to your chin?
No.
Any implants?
Yes. He doesn't do implants. He just does.
And you had braces before that?
I had braces in high school.
High school.
Middle school.
And then no orthodontic appliances?
Post? I mean, I probably need Invisalign now, so I'm gonna do that. But
okay. Well,
no, you have to get braces put on for the surgery.
And do you regret your surgery or no?
I mean, I regret the recovery. It was so bad, but I didn't have a choice.
6 weeks, yeah. And you were in school at the time or no?
I missed 2 months of school. Like, I just got back to Miami.
Damn.
Holy shit. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I can imagine, because I've heard people say that when you break your jaw, it's probably one of the most painful breaks. I think people say, like the break of your jaw, because you don't realize how much of your jaw just moves, right? But I can't imagine what the recovery is like when you get some sort of surgery on your jaw. I cannot imagine how painful it must be.
Admiring your ascension. So to many more, hopefully a lot of you guys could have a similar ascension. Hopefully I could have equal success to you, and congratulations, you know, truly. Fuck, admiring hard. She's done more than most of you fucking dogs on looksmax.org, quite frankly, so admirable as fuck.
Look at her hand as well, covered in dye. Fucking legend, that lady. Clavicle said he had a mystery line before a sting operation. What? Big up Jason. Is it Jason or Jason9? Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm oddly obsessed and fascinated by this young guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really fascinated by him. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of fun to watch how his life is evolving and developing in real time. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fascinated by this kid.
Mate, what is he filming?
Dude, I ripped a fucking little line. I'm not sure if it was ketamine or meth. So I might get retarded, or I might be dialed in.
Who gave you the line?
What's that? Dude, it was just a random one in my wallet.
Jesus.
All right, let's see if we can fucking.
Jesus.
We should make the pedophile.
I just ripped a random line in my wallet. I don't know if it's ketamine or meth. Like, meth is not that popular in the UK. I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of people do meth. It must be really popular over there in the States, because the way he talks about meth, he talks about it like it's a fucking double choc chip cookie or something. Like, meth must be so popular in the US, because I don't think I've really heard many people talk about meth here, like taking it recreationally, you know. But I don't know. A PDF. Okay, no, it's okay. I'm not gonna watch that stuff. They got swatted. They got swatted live on air. Oh, that's gonna be good. Let's see this.
Oh yeah. I'm security for the stream.
We've been fucking swatted, man. Oh shit.
It just came out as 12:18.
Every time, bro.
Everyone good?
Yes. Yeah. Oh shit, they're locked and loaded.
Mate, fuck's sake.
I thought that was my Uber Eats, bro. I was like, damn, why is he pounding on the door?
Did anyone in here call?
No.
No.
We do live streaming. So
Someone's.
Is this like a swatting thing? Or
yeah.
you like live?
This
right
happened to us before.
That happened literally yesterday. Boys, every fucking time.
Who's your audience? Like what do you?
We live stream on Kick, like gaming, like
Are you guys
IRL.
calling on yourselves for?
No, we would never do that. Oh, this is the
dude.
worst thing.
We this is
How's it
like.
going, guys?
Swear.
Oh, they're actually.
How scary must it be? how scary. Big up Gitsy. Big up Gitsy in the stream chat. Anyone else popping right now? Big up Gitsy. Do you imagine how scary it must be to get to be high and to be swatted? Imagine how scary it must be, right? You're already paro anyway on whatever you're on, right? You're twitchy, you're nervy, you're itchy, whatever. Imagine how scary it must be when you're high and you get swatted. Police turn up in SWAT gear with their guns out and shit, shouting at you, barking instructions. Like, it must be so fucking scary, because you're part of you's thinking, if they come in here and they search this room, we're all getting locked up, you know? They're gonna find baggies, they're gonna find stuff, you're gonna be all in trouble. So you're just so worried. It's so fucking crazy. But I also wonder, would the police ever put out figures of how much money they get that is wasted, like on swatting, like fake swatting? I wonder if they'll ever put that statistic out there, because it must be a lot of money. With the amount of people that get swatted, there must be a lot of money that gets spent on police to just keep going to people. Like, it's such a waste of money. People just don't stop doing it. The fans, I think they love to troll, innit, I guess, right? Let me actually check it out. I want to see if he's back online and see if the SWAT thing ended. Did it end? No, he's not back online. So that swatting actually ended the stream, it looks like. The swatting ended the stream. The swatting ended the blood clot stream. Cool. Let's move on. Big up Drewski. Big up Drewski. Drewski put out a really funny comedy skit taking the piss out of bald guys, taking the piss out of people that don't have hair. Dudes put a hat on and be 30 years younger. Hashtag HATFISH. Not catfish, HATFISH. Big up Drewski. This is hilarious, man. Big up Drewski. But by the way, just look at the difference though, right? I know it's a comedy skit, but look at the difference it makes when he put a hat on. He went from looking like that, right, to then putting a hat on, and look at the difference. He actually does look 20 years younger. You're actually right. The hat makes a fucking big difference. Big up Drewski. So good.
What's your type? I need something with long curly hair, like independent woman. I'm picky. I'm picky, bro.
Yeah, so
I'm picky as fuck. I can have a choice, because when you a provider, you'll be surprised what a woman will do for you.
I see the top of another one. I see the top of the Maybach. I see the top of to the top of DJ Callen. I see the top of the Maybach.
I wish you would have had my corner seat. That's why I don't let nobody give you good. Make you push my corner back. That's why I don't let everybody cut my hair, man.
I mean, I can do the black spray. I mean, it's definitely fine.
Nah, I don't do black spray. Because I wanted to address you hat fishing. What that mean? What that is? Why you wearing a hat with the suit? Y'all ain't worried about no money, though. Ain't nobody worried about no money.
Gentlemen, no hats. Take your hats off, gentlemen. No hats, gentlemen. No hats, bro. Ladies, step on in the building.
No hats.
I'm just go home. Look, you don't shoot this bitch up, nigga.
Boy, you got something off my homeboy?
Let me see what he look like first.
Look.
Okay, he's cute.
Yeah.
Hey, chill. Where y'all going?
So good. Where you're going? Oh, honestly, Drewski's the best, man. Drewski's the best. Where y'all going? Oh, that was so fucking good, man. So fucking good. Big up Drewski. Big up Blood Clot Drewski. Where y'all going, you know? That's fucking crazy. And then obviously a response. I'm not sure, this is obviously a joke. I'm assuming this is a joke. I no longer support Drewski. Big up this person.
That last Drusky skit was not funny. It was actually pretty offensive, and I no longer support Drusky. Ever since that skit has hit the internet, I have non-stop been getting shares of that skit. Non-stop. Friends, family I haven't spoke to in years. Why would you send me this skit? I've never been on the receiving end of a DRUSKI skit. But now that I see what it feels like, I can no longer support this. That last DRUSKI.
That's fucking brilliant, man. Big up that guy too. He played a good part in it as well. Big up him. Adam22 and his wife LENA the Plug have announced that they would like for BLUEFACE to fuck LENA on camera, I guess, whilst Adam watches, I'm assuming. Or maybe they're gonna double team, I don't know, but we fall further and further from God's grace.
Hey BLUEFACE, I saw your little video. At first, I wasn't down. Normally, I work with well-endowed, well-hung professionals, and you haven't really proven yourself. I don't know what it looks like. But after a long conversation with my husband here, I've decided that I'm willing to make an exception. You have 2 weeks. That should be enough time to get tested, to get your stamina up, to just get all around prepared. I want you showered. You, me, a cameraman, and my husband sitting in a little chair in the corner watching us. Let's go.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ. You're always reminded, whenever I see this sort of stuff, it always reminds me, like, Adam22 probably never wanted No Jumper to be like a pop-in platform for like underground rap, you know. I think it was just a circumstance. He was just around at the time. He was in LA. All those SoundCloud rappers were popping up at that time. They were popping up, and he was just a place to go to. I think he always went to do porn, you know. The more I see these type of things, the more I think his number one goal was to always do porn. I don't think he ever really wanted to have a hip hop platform like No Jumper. It just happened that it kind of played out that way in the beginning, because it seems like he puts a lot more energy into this stuff. He's always promoting this stuff. He's always really trying to do this stuff way more than it seems like he's trying to restore the feeling of No Jumper, you know? Yes, he lost a lot of co-hosts, but I don't really get the feeling that he's trying to restore No Jumper to be a platform that people enjoy to watch for the hip-hop commentary, for the hip-hop interviews, or that, you know, adjacent sort of stuff. He really, even the gang stuff, he doesn't care about gang wars and all that shit more than he does about porn. I think porn is his number one love. That's always been the thing that he really wanted to do, you know? And obviously when it comes to these two, when it comes to the whole cuck thing and the whole narrative about, oh, LENA's now stepping out and fucking other guys, and that must mean they're gonna get divorced. I don't care. I really don't care. I've got no interest in watching this. I don't care that they're doing it. It's just a reminder when I see his clip, like, oh, you know, Adam has always been a bit of a, you know, this has been his lane, really, you know, like, because sometimes it can happen in life. I think I said that before about Bryan Callen. Sometimes you can be gifted, or you can be blessed to have something that you don't really want that works out well for you. In the case of Bryan Callen, I think it's obvious that he wanted to be a comedic actor. He wanted to be a big deal in Hollywood way more than he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. But stand-up comedy just came, quote unquote, natural to him. So you kind of do it. But I don't know. So I guess, and of course, if you're wondering why this is happening, because BLUEFACE was on Vlad TV, I think BLUEFACE was on Vlad, and he did say that he would like to fuck LENA the Plug. So I think they saw the clip that went viral, and of course they replied and said, yep, we can sort something out. So I guess soon we'll see some sort of footage where BLUEFACE is naked with his dick. To be fair, that's going to be a big step for BLUEFACE, because he's spoken quite well. BLUEFACE spoke quite well about the difficulties.
Powerful bunch.
Yo, big up.
Why look for a co-host when you can be part of a spit roast?
Big up Casey Shuffle. Big up Casey Shuffle. Appreciate you. I don't know. Big up Andrew. Crazy that big up Spirit Roast. Casey Shuffle. Appreciate you. Big up Crazy No Jumper was built on a generation of rappers dying at an unprecedented rate. Exactly. The lack of soul in a man's eyes, so played out. I think he's. By the way, Asad Aziz, don't buy too much into this. I think he's playing up the fact that he's like, he's dead behind the eyes, that he's not liking what he's seeing, you know? Don't play into it, you know? I don't think he's as dead behind the eyes as you think. He's perfectly okay with this. He's just playing into the meme, into the narrative people have that, oh my God, he hates this. Lena's gonna leave him for a black man, all this nonsense. It's not. They're playing the internet like a fiddle, you know? It doesn't bother them at all. So played out, big up Asar disease. Well, draw all over me and call me Blueface baby is hilarious. Hat fishing is epidemic, yeah. So it's a weird situation. It's a weird situation all around. I don't really give a fuck about it, to be fair. But I'm wondering what Blueface will do, because Blueface has been very open and he's spoken very well about how difficult it is to be an artist. Because I think he was doing a live stream with DDG, and DDG told him, hey, I've got a streaming setup for you. I want you to be a streamer full time. You've got the potential to do it. You'll make a lot of money. And Blueface's pushback was like, but I'm an artist, like a hip hop artist, and I can't do the live stream because it will take away from the artistry. You kind of have to have a bit of mystery and non-accessibility about you. If you're just on stream all the time being goofy, it's going to hurt your music. So I'm wondering if Blueface will be comfortable with how doing porn might hurt his music. Doing straight up porn, you know? I wonder if he's aware of how that might damage his reputation, especially with Adam 22. I think Adam 22 has a bit of a, you know, he has the opposite of a Midas touch. I think being linked to Adam 22 and Lena, it might not really do him any favors when it comes to music. Don't get me wrong, it's not like he's, you know, a big star in music anyway, but I'll be curious to know if he does go ahead and do it, because I can't think of another rapper that fucks on camera that's an active rapper at the moment. Maybe you guys can think on the stream chat. Is there a current rapper now who kind of fucks on camera on OnlyFans and stuff? I can't think of one. A lot of them do the whole, like, they'll rap while somebody else is fucking in the background, but I can't think of anybody that kind of takes part in active scenes, you know? But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let's move on. He says, pull up to the set. Of course, that was his post there. That Jewish meme was fucking crazy. Pull up to the set. You tagged Blueface in there too. Oh yeah, this clip is going viral, by the way. This features a compilation of Nina Lynn shoplifting on stream. She's now been banned, by the way. She's now been banned, thank God, off of Twitch. But this is that streamer Nina Lynn that's, again, I don't understand this type of level of streaming. I don't get committing crimes on live stream for the benefit of your audience and then getting shocked when you get banned. It's fucking crazy. But this is a compilation of Nina Lynn's live streaming and shoplifting at the same time, which again I think is deplorable because she's rich. She allegedly makes 200 grand a month from subscriptions and stuff. I just don't get why, if you got money, you'll shoplift. Shoplifting should be reserved for people that don't have any money. You shouldn't shoplift at all, right? It's bad. It's a crime. But if you're going to do it, it's because you don't have the money to buy the stuff and you need to eat. But if you're rich, it just seems like such a weird thing to do. You have so much more to lose. It does seem, especially on camera, it seems bizarre. But what do I know?
Look, I got you some Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99.
That voice is trouble, isn't it?
How much is the cake?
$39.
$39? Okay. Fuck.
Continue scanning.
What the fuck? How do I get this?
Oh, look what she scanned.
Just here. Pay now.
By the way, how do you not to get tips in the stream chat, but how do you guys get away with that in America? Because in the UK we have weighted scanners. We have weighted portions. So that cake that you bought, right? So everything's weighted. So they'll have an idea on what the general weight is of that cake. So when you scan it and you put it on the thing to pay, it will know that it's there, right? But you can't exactly scan a SIM card because a SIM card has a different weight to a cake. So how do you guys get away with it? Is it not weighted? Are your tills, don't they have scales on them? Let me know in the stream chat. Because in the UK we have, again, we have, you know, we have self-checkout things, but they have scales. So if you scan something that isn't the same weight as the thing that you're trying to put on there, it will alert somebody. It won't let you continue. When I was, what's that? You scan the barcode, that's it. No, but that's what I'm saying. Look, listen to me, right? If I have a bottle of Coke in my hand, but I don't want to pay the $5, I don't know, the $2, the two, whatever, how much it costs, and I want to pay the price of a fucking chewing gum. If I scan the chewing gum and I put the bottle of Coke down on a scanner on the scale, it's not going to let me go continue. It's going to be the wrong weight. You guys understand what I'm talking about? But for some reason in America, you guys don't have scales on your things, so you can basically scan bread and get a steak, and it's perfectly fine, which is fucking insane, to be honest.
When you buy purchased items. If it don't scan, it's free, right? Why is it not scanning?
Raw, Ted. Yeah, it's not scale. It's not a scale. She's just passing the stuff and dumping it there. Yo, shoplifting must be high in the States. Shoplifting must be high. People must shoplift so much in the States. It's not scaled. Because we have scales here. What the fuck? You can just pass whatever you want. Holy shit.
They're coming. Hide the stuff.
You just gotta pay before they get there and see you. Yeah, there's no scales. Only thing we have are the alarms at the checkout door. Wow. Big up Mackenzie Willis. Oh my god. Big up Distractor. Do self-checkout registers that way that cost more? Yeah, so that's a good point. Big up Jet. I think they do, brother. I think they do. I think they do, brother. I think they do. Because the technology is like legitimately, like the technology is so crazy like this, right? Like there are times where I've paid, where I've put, like for instance, you go to a shop and they'll sell a pastry, right? But the pastry that you want, the pastry that you kind of bought isn't on the menu. You can't see it, but you've seen something that's the same price as the pastry that you want to buy. You put, so for instance, like if I've got like a loaf of bread and the cheese twist is the same price, I'll just press a loaf of bread. When I put it on the scale, because the cheese twist is heavier, it won't let you continue. So the scales are really sophisticated. They're super sophisticated. Like you can't, you know what I mean? You can't scan a cake. You can't scan a SIM card and then put a cake on there. It's not gonna let you go. You know what I mean? It's gonna alert. It's gonna bring the fucking light on. So, wow, I just can't believe in a country that big as America, you guys don't have scales. Like stores must lose a lot of money on shoplifting. Your stores over there must lose so much money, man.
Okay, we're gonna. Got it.
Big up Kevin. We have scales in Massachusetts, but employees don't really care. Makes sense. I wouldn't care if I was working in a place like that, to be fair. Fuck, you don't pay me enough for that. Cameras are always watching and catch people. Like I see those body cam videos of people arresting people that do that. Big up Tyler Durden. Big up Tony Jr. Also, you got to remember a lot of these systems were installed a year after COVID. Yeah, true. Fucking hell, man.
Oh, damn it. Is it more? Yes, it's more.
Big up Asad Aziz. Man talking about eating. That's man talking about eating. Man talking about eating cheese twist. Talking about some need Ozempic, brother. That's why I need Ozempic. If I get Ozempic, it won't matter. That's why I need Ozempic. Do you really think fucking AKADEMIKS isn't door dashing himself every day? Do we seriously think AKADEMIKS isn't door dashing himself food every single day? Ozempic just counterbalances that shit, bro. You get me? It nullifies your appetite. So support the show. Let me get my jab.
Can you just continue this? So right now, we're just not scanning this shit.
I'm with it. Come on, let's go. We out. Yeah.
This right here is crazy. No way, bro. This shit.
Wow, she's scanning chocolate. She's got a steak. She's got a steak in her hand, but she's scanning like a box of chocolates and shit. Oh my god, this is insane, bro. The fucking hell.
Really about to be 30 bucks. I'm too poor for this.
Here,
guys,
scan
I'm
it
not
twice.
stealing. I'm not stealing. Damn, well, do we have to scan it twice?
Here.
We're not stealing. We're not. I promise you, we're not stealing. Oh my god, it has to be every single one. Fucking annoying. I'm gonna beat your ass. They keep, you know what? They keep thinking I'm stealing. I'm not stealing. Excuse me, I am not stealing. Oh my god, I'm gonna steal? Oh, I can't steal in Korea. Maybe in America, not here. I'll come to me. Oh, teacher. Thank you. Holy shit.
this new generation of people that are stealing on camera, man, fascinates me, man. This new trend, this new lifestyle, this new way of living where people are stealing on camera. Oh my God, committing a crime on camera like this is fucking crazy. And I guess she's been officially banned, I think. The latest reading I read online that she's been officially banned. She has been officially banned, but this is insane. I can't imagine the amount of money the Targets and the fucking Walmarts and the Trader Joe's and all these shops in America must be losing with their self-checkouts, like tills. They must be losing so much money without scale. It's literally, it makes me laugh because in this country, right, people, I guess, the way we get around it when people are stealing, when I see them, what they do when the way they get around it is that people carry another bag with them, which is kind of crazy. When you see people stealing in shops in the UK, they usually have another bag. So when they're going around shopping, they'll put some stuff in the cart, but they'll put some stuff in the bag. So when they go to the till, they'll end up having more stuff in their backpack or whatever, and then, you know, you pay for what you pay for in your cart. But in America, it seems like it's way easier to shoplift because all you have to do is just not scan. You could just pay for every other thing, essentially. Whatever you have in your cart, just pay for every other thing, and it doesn't look too crazy, you know. You can't exactly pay, you know, for a pack of one crisp and then have a whole bag full of shopping. Just pay for every other thing and you're fine. But it's fucking insane. It's insane. Insane. Especially because she makes 200 grand a month, they said. She allegedly makes 200 grand a month. Support the show. Let me get my job is crazy. Yeah, we out here, man. Crazy work. Crazy slogan, isn't it? But yeah, big up Tectone. Tectone put it well. Big up Tectone. Tectone put it perfectly here. Let me get this straight. In 1 month, Nina Lynn, very ugly by the way, sexually assaulted 2 different people on stream, crime. Stolen property live on stream, another crime. Has yet to receive punishment. Twitch, why isn't this R word perma-banned yet? Y'all banned me for 2 weeks for calling Jabba this whatever. Keep it consistent across all users. And part of the reason why she hasn't been banned because she's an Asian woman, isn't it? I'd assume. Twitch is weird like that. I'd imagine part of the reason why she's not been banned is because she's an Asian woman and they don't want to discriminate against Asian women, I guess, or just minorities in general. But like, that girl is a mess, man. She's a mess. She's a mess, and you know, committing crimes on live stream doesn't seem too smart, to be honest. But according to Yeet, she has been banned. According to Blood Clot Yeet, she has been banned. How long for is anyone's guess, because Twitch is usually a bit weird when it comes to banning some of their favorites. So who knows how long for? Who knows how long for? But the latest is that Nina Lynn has finally been banned after 2 sexual assaults. After all the madness she's been doing online, she has finally been banned. So let's see how long that lasts. Let's see how long that lasts. Another update here. France is reportedly pushing for a nationwide kick ban after the Jean Pormanove controversy. Do you guys remember the story? I played the clip, remember, like on a live stream a few live streams back, maybe during the first marathon. I played this clip from this French kick streamer where they were kind of like teasing and bullying this older dude, and I guess he was sleep deprived. He was also maybe a bit sick, and he ended up dying on stream from all the trolling and all the pranking. When he was sleeping, they pour water on him, like just loads of like kind of abuse and torture online. It was kind of mad. And I think they were doing a subathon as well, if I'm not assuming. And he basically died on stream, but nobody noticed because they thought he was sleeping. He literally died right on stream. It was fucking disgusting. Yeah, I guess they're trying to now push for a nationwide ban on kick. I'm not sure what happened with the streamers. I think the streamers got banned, but I don't know what happened to them in terms of the law. The actual streamers that are involved in this stuff. I wonder what happened to them. I don't know. Anyway, let's read the article. It says the Paris court is set to deliver its ruling on December 19th. If the government request is granted, Kick would be the first major global streaming platform to be blocked in France under LCN framework. Rated. Kick might be banned in France. The case has already become one of the most political charged streaming controversies in Europe this year. It continues to, its outcome, could set a precedent for how far governments can go in policing online platforms after high-profile tragedies. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Let's continue. Is she trans? I think you mean Lena Lynn. No, Lena Lynn is not trans. Lena Lynn's a girl. This is a clip. It says Hasan talks about his journey going from broke to rich post college. This will never not fascinate me, because I guess because I come from humble beginnings and, you know, somewhat of a poverty-stricken background. But I've never really understood why people that grow up in wealth or grow up with money like to lie about their origin story, because it doesn't. Nothing is better than the other. Just because someone's grown up rich or someone's grown up poor doesn't make you better than the rich person, and vice versa. Everyone's got their journeys, everyone's got their stories, everyone's got their fucking whatever. Really and truly, anyway, once you're over 18, it doesn't really matter how you grew up. You just got to figure stuff out for your own anyway. But I never understand people who like do this, because I feel like when you lie, when you're rich and you lie about your upbringing, I feel like in a way you're disrespecting your parents and their hard work, right? They're your parents or your ancestors' hard work that allowed you to kind of have a good life where you got put through college and you had many opportunities and all this malarkey, all these privileges. That's something that you should respect and honor and be like, yeah, my parents worked hard, they did this together, they put this company together, now I'm benefiting from it, it's allowed me to do certain things, I can take more chances. You should honor that gift instead of lying and making it seem like you were like, you know, struggling with everybody else when it's not true. And Hasan Piker is a main person who loves to lie about his upbringing. I don't know why, it's really strange. Big up Asad Aziz.
Rich dad, poor dad? Apparently Hasan had both.
Exactly. Big up Asad Aziz. What's that? It's okay, Izzy. Drake and Aiden Ross paid for his funeral, so it's almost like nothing happening. How about those? Jesus Christ, Asad Aziz. Anyway, let's play this clip. Let's play this clip.
A lot of chatters have made jokes about how I have not had a credit card for most of my life and refused to get it. Okay, but you know, there is a principle behind that too. It's not even like an ethical thing. It's just that I've always had the mentality where it's like the idea that I have to like take on debt specifically so that people can realize that like or institutions can recognize that I'm good with the debt is so stupid. And it's weird because like, must be nice. No, I'm talking about when I was broke, dude. What the fuck? There should be Hasan. You were not broke. Okay, no,
exactly.
I know that a lot of people say that.
Wasn't his dad a literal millionaire? And his uncle is fucking, you know, Shank, whatever his name is. Like, why lie? Like, there's pictures of him riding horses. I don't know any people that are broke that rode horses. There's pictures of him riding horses. He went to good schools. Like, why are you lying, bro? Like, maybe his definition of broke is different than you and ours, but why lie? Like, there's loads of proof out there. Loads of evidence that shows that you had a very nice upbringing. Like, yes, he probably had his struggles. I'm sure, you know, not everything was rosy across the board or for the majority or for the duration of his fucking childhood and shit, but still, like broke is not what he's talking about. Isn't broke.
That's not the case, but I absolutely fucking was. It's so crazy that this is oh my god, I do not have a billionaire parent, you fucking losers. Okay, oh my lord, it's so funny because all of this is straight up on camera. Okay, I know, but you still were not.
Exactly, you still were not. Simple as that. You're just not broke. No one's ever gonna believe this lie.
I got money back from the American government my first year of employment. Okay? I don't know why people think that they know better than myself about my actual existence, my living circumstances. I lived in the fucking kitchen of a frat house the first year I lived here.
Yeah, whatever.
Even at the point where I was on Twitch, I was making 60 grand a year, which is literally nothing for Los Angeles.
I'm sorry, but I don't know anybody that's broke that's making 60 grand a year. Again, that's not broke. You might not be making the money that you'd wanted to make, but that's not broke, bro. Like, number one, having a job when you're in college is already, you know, that's already something. Not everybody gets jobs in college. Like, I didn't get one. I couldn't find one for love nor money. That's why I had to resell shoes. That's kind of part of the reason why I kind of got into sneakers and streetwear, because I was literally reselling shoes to pay for my fucking studies, to put myself through uni. to be able to afford books, to be able to just live, you know. And thank God for that era, by the way. Thank God, that was one of the greatest eras of sneakers, by the way. Thank God for that era. Thank God for Yeezys. Thank God for Fragments. Thank God for Pata Air Maxes. Thank God for early SBs. That shit paid literally for my life. But 60 grand job, even living in LA. Come on, Hassan. Come on, Hassan. Be honest. That's not broke, my friend. Come on, bro. Why do you always lie like this? What's wrong with this guy?
Okay, with 3 roommates.
60 grand is broke. Are you?
Anyway, none of this actually matters. People think you're saying you grew up poor. No, I didn't grow up poor. I never said I grew up poor. I grew up very affluent. I'm talking about the period of my life when I was in fucking college, or post-college rather. Right? Simply because your parents had money, people will say you couldn't have been broke, regardless of whether you had access to it all the time. No, but my parents also no longer had money by the time I got to college. So it's wrong. It's something that I've...
Being broke, I think, is probably the idea that you don't have anyone else to rely on. You don't have a safety net. I don't think you can be broke if you have a safety net, even if you got a regular job, right? You can't really say you're broke. I understand there's some rich kids out there that would rather just make their own way and get their own job, but you still probably wouldn't describe yourself as broke. You know, you maybe don't have the money that you want to have, but saying you're broke kind of makes people think of certain things. You know, maybe we need to broaden the definition of broke. I don't know, but I just think the way he's framing it, it's a bit disingenuous. Like, brother, you weren't broke, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on. If push come to shove, mummy and daddy could always help, which is what they're there for. They worked hard for, to get themselves in that position. You should respect it and honor it and be like, yeah, I had my mum and dad that could always help me out, but I was trying to figure the stuff out on my own. But this whole broke thing is just a lie.
Talked about quite a bit. Anyway. Regardless, I don't know why we're talking about this.
You're Bert Kreischer, literal millionaire that what's that? That did horse jumping and polo. Exactly, that's the one, polo. I saw him doing the polo picture. Everything was rosy and silver spoon. They even sent him to Miami and paid for him to pretend to be a club promoter until he's failed in college. His biggest punishment received was his parents made him go to Rutgers in New Jersey. Exactly. Like I just don't get it. I really don't get this, like this need, this like I won't say lionization, but this like idea that some people have that being broke is somehow like an admirable thing. It should be it's an aspiration. It's not a good thing growing up poor. Growing up broke and growing up poor is not a good thing. It should be something that you should aspire to do. If you don't have to go through it, why would you go through it? Like, this whole broke stolen valor is fucking odd to me. It really is odd.
So fucking stupid. Yeah, there's like clips that you can find from back then.
Just like getting this chicken out of the little containers. And unfortunately, a lot of people use like organic chicken and whatnot. I use whatever kind of chicken I can get because I'm not very wealthy. So that's part of the reason. This is like a very...
No, but I'll have you know, I was actually lying. I was faking it.
I'm not really wealthy. Honestly, he's been lying from time, innit? He's been lying from time. Because what? Because you lived on your own for a bit during college and you had to buy your own food. That means you're broke. Brother, you still come from a rich family. You're not broke. You were never broke. Like, what is this LARPing?
A billionaire at this point, but I just chose to lie and continue along with this lie by living with 3 roommates at the time.
This guy is just full of so much
It was
shit.
a deep 5-head infiltration move. You know? Lol, that is the kitchen of a rich person? Yeah. But this is when I was like explaining the process of using manager special chicken. That's what I did to get high protein. I would eat chicken, but I would go to Ralph's or Pavilions and get manager special chicken, which was like about to expire. How's your experience becoming rich differ, if you don't mind explaining? I mean, I am obsessed with doing the same shit that I've been doing. When I was making 60 grand a year, I was doing the exact same thing that I'm doing now. So the only thing that has changed is that like there has been a tremendous quality of life improvement in terms of things that I can pay for, right? I no longer have to do the same calculations that I used.
Mr. Socialist, he's trying really hard not to talk about the things that he buys, by the way, because he's meant to be some sort of socialist guy, isn't it? He's trying really hard not to talk about the cars and the nice holidays and all the cool clothes he has. He's trying really hard to make it seem like all he does is eat and stream. He doesn't do it. He's so full of shit, man. He's so full of shit.
Used to have to do, like, you know, paying for Uber and whether or not I will be able to actually pay for rent at the end of the month, right? Like, those are the massive. I used to describe it as such. Okay,
yes,
being poor is very costly. Okay, being poor is incredibly expensive, and it's like a consistent weight on you. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of weight on your shoulders at any given moment, and a lot of rich people, especially a lot of rich people who have been rich for a very long time, lose sight of that reality. In the past, if I had to travel, one, I would have to make the travel arrangements myself, right? I would have to make travel arrangements myself.
Oh no, having to book your own flights and book your own accommodation. The horror.
And I wouldn't have enough money to make those travel arrangements, so I had to like nickel and dime it. I had to like literally talk to the you know, university that's sending me there to make sure that they made sure that my travel arrangements were decent. And if they didn't have money to fly me out, then I would have to, you know, pay for it myself or the hotel myself and stuff like that. And then I had to figure out which hotel I could stay at and how cheap the travel accommodation would look like from the hotel to the university, stuff like that. These are all of the things that you have to worry about, right? I no longer have to worry about that at all. And that is a major fucking burden. That is a major, major, major burden that is lifted. As far as like my own personal experiences goes, a major burden has been lifted off my shoulders as far as like having to nickel and dime every single thing that I do. And also beyond that, I have people that I pay that can deal with this stuff, right? That's another fucking major burden lifted off of my shoulders, that I don't have to like make these arrangements and things of that nature. And also, instead of like flying economy as a 6'4", 240-pound guy, now I can fly business, which is infinitely more expensive than economy. But when you fly business, then now I can sleep.
I'm surprised he has fans, isn't it? He's really full of shit. Like, he's super fake, and he really, you can tell how he's like not trying to say something that might get him in, that might get twisted and taken out of context. It's like, brother, like, god damn it, the censoring in real time is really interesting. But one thing you know, he's very, very, very fake. That's what I get from him. I don't even know much about Hasan Piker, but I just get the feeling somebody that's not really living their truth. A lot of lies, a lot of spin. A lot of spin going on there when it comes to Hasan Piker. A lot of fucking spin. But big up him, innit? Big up him, I guess. Big up him, big up him. Let's move on. Let's do a little bit of videos here. Let's do two. There's a new unique one. Bobby Lee's ex-girlfriend KHALYLA cries over the internet hating her. Let's see this one. Just dropped. Big up, unique.
The sunglasses are not covering your pimple here. Your eyes are beautiful.
To all my pimply girlies, shout out. Let me look at you. You know when a pimple hurts so bad, but it's cystic. There's no head to it.
Yeah. There's no head?
There's no head. So it just sits there for like 2 weeks and you're like, KHALYLA, every day it's a don't pop it. KHALYLA, don't with it. KHALYLA, don't go see Megumi. Go see Megumi, my facialist, and get it sorted out there. But guess what I did this morning? I with it. And it bled everywhere, and the stuff didn't even come out. I was like, I'm creating a head. I'm creating an exit. I didn't. I created a crater and a wound.
Ew. When you say it bled everywhere, it sounds like you're talking about a person. Like, it's not. It's like a whole thing.
Well, I name them. I name them because they're that big and they're that painful. They take on a full human identity.
I mean, this is what your hard morning is?
No, trust me, there's more to it. I'll tell you on the side. But, you know, some other work-related stuff.
Okay.
You know, frustrations as a founder who is very low energy at the moment.
Oh, true. We're a low energy group. Jenna's about to bust in here. She's also having a day from hell.
Well, she called me at 4 a.m.
She called you at 4 a.m.? You called KHALYLA at 4 a.m.?
I have been doing all of the above. I'm starting to work out again, all of these things. But it's more of like, it's weird. It's like a Madonna whore complex. When I'm a
pick up KHALYLA, the original Jaslene, exactly.
Mom, I'm so locked into that, and I'm so just like one brained about that, like one lane. It's so hard for me to switch channels and be this other fun, exciting thing. I don't feel fun and exciting. And my whole brand is fun and exciting because I founded it when I was.
My God, man, this is a complaint. This is like a first world problem, isn't it? Like, this is like some woman, like, I don't know, fix up, like, get happy. I don't know. This is what you're complaining about. God almighty, what a whinger, what a baby, innit? I feel like I can't be fun because I'm a mom. Like, huh? Maybe that's a you problem, innit? Maybe just figure that out in the mirror or something. I don't know. What do you want us to do about it?
Fun and
excited.
Do you feel at least though that like you will be able to, or are you at least, or in this moment are you like it's over for me?
Oh no, it's not over.
Yo, big up Uche in the stream chat. Wagwan Uche.
Because I mean, all of the things that I love, like diving, all of these things, like are all still there. I just like I don't have the time and the resources to do that now. Like my baby's so young. My baby needs me.
I don't want to invalidate what you're saying and what you're feeling because it's real.
Like what I always come back to is like, you know, even when we came up with the name ebb, like an ebb tide means you come back to yourself. It's the returning to yourself. The tide recedes, the ocean goes back to itself. I'm trying to work towards
Cringe.
just not chasing the past anymore. Whoever that aspirational version is, I can be that version, you know, 2.0 in a very different way that maybe it might not feel so aspirational since I'm still in like the thick of it and I'm still breastfeeding. I'm still very tired. I'm still very anemic, but there will be some, you know, phoenix rising out of this. And maybe she will be a much more well-rounded, cooler, more aspirational version than 1.0, right? And I do believe that can happen. And yeah, I'm very proud of the brand that I started.
I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about right now. I don't. This is all like gobbledygook. This is all like self-help gobbledygook. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about right now. I really have no idea what the fuck KHALYLA is talking about right now. Like, lady, just get to the fucking point of what your problem is. Like, what?
And I'm you know, powering through these feelings, and we are entering like an amazing new chapter, and you know, I'm just gonna have to be a mommy while I do that.
Yeah.
And that's
Why is that bad
totally okay.
It's awesome.
I don't have to be some hot girl diver.
You need to get, honestly, you need to be fucking consoled that you're not I guess she's having one of those moments that if you're like a hot girl, you're realizing that you're no longer the hot girl in the party anymore. Maybe that's what she's having, right? Maybe in a little community she was always referred to as the hot girl, but now she's just a mum. She's just a regular woman kind of thing. And she's maybe having a hard time adjusting to not being the one that all the young surfer guys want to fuck. Maybe. I guess that's what she's maybe trying to say, which is weird, by the way. It's sort of her contemplating, you know, or it's maybe her reminiscing on her past when she was popping her pussy on the fucking beach. I don't know.
Right now.
Yeah,
you're a hot girl diver mommy.
Yeah.
And you know what? When waves ebb and flow, you think when they go back that they're the same, bitch? No. Then waves are different. There's different water in it. There's different
molecules. When those waves come back, they're different. Some have stones, some have spit, some have slime, some have fish. What are you talking about right now?
Molecules, okay? They're still in the ocean.
Well, I'm going to be the exact same. Okay? Everything will be exactly the same. You'll see.
I hope that for you.
Jules, what do you think of KHALYLA and what she's sharing? Because you obviously are really close with her. Like, and what do you observe?
Personally, I've seen you at your lowest at the I've seen so many things, so many chapters, and I feel like nothing has changed. I've always looked up to you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Like,
oh my God.
Like nothing, like I still feel like you're so cool.
I know.
Like,
I just feel like I'm like letting everyone down.
Oh, so that's the truth. She feels like she's not cool anymore. She feels like she's not fun anymore because she's a mum. Bruh. So fucking what? Or maybe try and do both. I don't know. What do you want us to do about this situation? Is she gonna cry now? She's crying, isn't it? She's gonna start crying. Hilarious.
Because I'm just this like anxious mess around you guys, and I'm always like, the baby, is he eating okay? And I'm just like, everything just falls by the wayside.
Yeah, you should be doing that. It's your fucking baby. You should be focusing on the baby only. You shouldn't be worried about the pod. You shouldn't be worried about retweets. You shouldn't be worried about a fucking thumbnail. You shouldn't be worried about a microphone. You shouldn't be worried about a fucking OBS or any kind of recording fucking software. You should be focusing entirely on your baby when your baby's around you. Of course you should be. When you're doing the show, you can have a babysitter, of course, but when you have the kid in your arms, it's actually a good thing to focus entirely on that baby. And your friends, if they're your friends, should be helping you to take off the pressure of focusing on the pod so you can focus on your baby. But again, what do I know? I don't have any ovaries, allegedly.
It, like, including like everything else just pales in comparison to like my focus on the baby. And like, I don't know, like I feel shame around like how they see me. I'm so like a shell of myself.
But we
I'm sorry, when people cry on camera, it's never not gonna make me laugh. When people cry on camera, what? I feel shame for how people see me. Shame. Again, this is just more to. I don't even think this is postpartum. I think this is more to do with just her not feeling like a hot girl anymore. Maybe she doesn't look what she. Maybe for once in her life, she doesn't like how she looks in the mirror when she's naked or something. Maybe she's noticed that guys don't look at her the same way because she has like a mum glow about her. That maybe guys are not like pulling up and trying to get her number all the time. Maybe some of the surf guys aren't trying to fuck her all the time. You know, maybe she's not getting as many likes on her fucking stories as she was in the past. That's what it feels like. And I guess, you know, that's probably a struggle a lot of women face who are traditionally, you know, attractive or conventionally attractive. But I don't know, man. You deal with that shit in private a bit, innit? Like, telling this to the world is kind of makes you look a bit odd, look a bit shallow, you know? It kind of sounds like you kind of are regretting having a kid, innit? As well. It kind of sounds like you're regretting having a kid in the first place. I don't know. It's an odd thing to confess on a pod and to cry about seeking fucking, you know, sympathy.
Understand why you're going through that.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not talking shit. We're not saying anything bad about you. We understand it. Even then, I'm like, I want to be like Atikalai.
Yeah, that's
like
so
I think you're my role model. I always like, oh, what would Atikalai do if like I would always think like, oh, if I do this, what would Atikalai do? What would she think? Like, what would she? So
That's
I don't
so
know.
sweet. I do feel bad because like the internet comes free after you. They hate me so much, these dudes, that like it rubs off on you sometimes, and I'm like, no, Jules is her own. Like they love her so much, but sometimes I feel like my relationship with Bobby and that hatred for me kind of like they take her down as if we're a package deal.
That's narcissism, by the way. That is textbook narcissism on display. Because I don't watch Bad Friends or Good Friends or whatever the pod is called as much as before, but Jules is beloved. Nobody gives a fuck that Jules is like KHALYLA's, I think, niece or something, right? They're related. No one gives a fuck. Nobody looks at Jules the wrong way because of her association or relationship or whatever with KHALYLA. Nobody does that. Nobody even really judges Bobby Lee that badly about. People just hate her. They don't hate Bobby Lee because Bobby Lee used to date her and kind of, you know, still lets her kind of walk over him and shit. People just hate her specifically. So I love how she's like acting like, oh, you know, the self-importance is massively strong here. Like, relax, girl. Nobody hates Jules. Everybody loves Jules for the most part. I can't think of a single person that doesn't love Jules. They all fuck, especially on the Reddit, they fucking adore that girl. So I don't know what she's talking about right now.
And I'm like, please don't. Like you can keep me as a villain. Like Jules is her own beautiful thing. But thanks, Jules. I really do appreciate that, only because like I have a lot of shame about like even your mom the other day. She was like, you used to be our hero.
Oh my god, Mom.
And oh my god. She was like, oh my god.
That's
She
not
basically
real.
said, no, I'm not kidding you. She said, you're our family hero.
And she said used to be.
Keep going. I love this.
She said, you used to be our hero. Anytime anyone in the family had a problem, it was one phone call away and you would fix it, and you would fix it fast, and you would make us feel like we could tackle life. And she was just like,
that's too much.
The way that you are right now, she was like, you know, again, she's a bitch, but it's true. But she was like, "You're broken." And she was like, you know, and she's like, you can't keep being weird. And I was like,
I don't see
Bobby Lee's ex-girl.
Yeah, big up Unique. I don't know. She's a lot to deal with, isn't it? She's a lot to deal with. So there's a lot going on there, a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on there. I don't know how he dealt with it for so long. To be fair, he didn't really deal with it, innit? He kind of did towards the end. I think he kind of was picking video games over KHALYLA. But I'm not sure how Bobby Lee put up with this girl for so long. She's a lot, man. She's kind of exhausting, you know. She seems like she needs a lot of reassurance, you know. She needs a lot of reassurance. She needs a lot of conversation, a lot of attention. Like, she seems like she's a lot. Like, she seems like she's a lot, bro. Like, fucking hell. Fucking hell, man. Like, oof. Big up Unique, though, by the way. Big up Unique. Check him out. Big up Unique. He's a fucking legend. Big up fucking Unique. You know the channel. You know the vibes. Big up fucking Unique. Let's skip Akash, because I'm kind of tired of Akash myself now. Let's do Bert Kreischer podcast cringe. We might do a bit of beige frequency. There's a new beige frequency video that just dropped. We might do a little bit of that, then I might follow up in the morning. But let's do a bit of Bert Kreischer. New Bert Kreischer courtesy of podcast cringe. Bert Kreischer is the new Brendan Shaw. Bert Kreischer is the new Brendan Shaw. By the way, I've noticed on the Reddits, have anyone else noticed? Big up my guy podcast cringe. But I've noticed a different change. A bit of a tone change, a bit of a reception change when it comes to podcast cringe. You know, when Too Lazy to Try was going through his hate thing, there was a period where people were hating on Too Lazy to Try, they're getting annoyed by him and his voice. I feel like people are starting to say a lot of negative things about podcast cringe. Especially Tfatk Reddit, of course, they don't really like anybody that much. But I've seen certain people like say certain things like, yeah, I mean, one or two people say certain things. One or two people. Have any of you guys noticed that? The sly change in the sentiment around podcast cringe. People are not really liking him as much as they were in the beginning. People are saying he's not funny. He tries to make too many jokes. I think there's too many jokes things going on there. People hate the merch, by the way. I see people mentioning the merch thing all the time. People hate the merch. People mentioned about the other channel that he has. Because he has another channel, not Podcast Bites, but he have another one where he talks about like other streamers and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Big up Koila. I'm personally sick of him. And Too Lazy. More cringe. Oh, that's the one, yeah, more cringe. Been a long time coming. He tries too hard. The merch sucks. Big up MK. Beige frequency. Okay, cool. We'll watch a bit of that after then. Okay, cool. So I guess I'm not the only one that's seeing what I'm seeing. Cool. Let's continue. Let's watch this video. Big up the stream chat. Like the stream, people. If you're watching, like the stream. Like the stream.
I know. You're actually in the group when I think of it, of the like most lovable people.
Thanks.
I
feel the same about you.
Well, I should check the comments on this episode. Be shocked how many people hate me. And you know that really for a period of time that really affected me. I would love for someone to explain why hate is fun. Like, I would love, those people that put out like mean videos or I would love for them to really break it down and go, this is what I get out of it. And I have friends who like send me clips about me and they're like, do you see this? This is hysterical. And I'm like, oh no, this guy sucks. All he does is take his shirt off, get drunk as fuck and tell one story. And I was like, yeah, technically.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but I was like, but clearly I do more than that. But
you do way more than
that's all you see. They say,
okay, I'm going to let it play.
Don't even talk about them because it gets, that what they want is the attention. But, I wish we could just make the world a better place. I am biting my tongue because I'm watching the decline of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I'm watching it with my own eyes. We had a boom. And I'll tell you, crowd work clips didn't help.
The most overrated comedian in history is back on Two Bears One Cave, sucking the life out of the podcast, his guest, and his entire audience. It seems like the more he tries, the worse it gets, which is strangely reminiscent of Brendan Schaub. Over the last 18 months, Bert has descended from one of the top-selling comedians in the world with millions of podcast views per week to one of the worst-performing comedy podcasters in the world.
I'm just genuinely shocked by his inability to see that people maybe wouldn't like his persona. Because I'm okay with his persona being the thing. Like, it's not for me personally. I think I think it's kind of depressing that he seems to be trapped in this like high school, college type of era. Like that seems to be the era of his life where he had the most joy. So he's like constantly reliving it. You know, the drinking, the partying, like he constantly wants to be in a state of arrested development. I think it's kind of depressing. I don't think it's fun at all. But he seems to like it. He seems to love it. He lives it. He breathes it, whatever. He makes a lot of money doing it. Good on you. I'm just confused that he's never like come to accept that some people looking from the outside in would look at him and think, fucking hell, you know, in a bad way. Like he can't get it. He really does think that his life is that awesome and cool and everyone wants to be him. And it's like, brother, the people that look at you and just feel sad. They feel sadness. They feel pity. You know? Like, they just want to run away when they see you. That's okay too.
Just to give you an idea, around this time last year, after 24 hours, a Two Bears One Cave episode would normally have over 200,000 views, yet here we are 15 hours after upload with only 14,000.
But big up Jack Donny Jr. Exactly. I like the comments coming one after the other. As hard as these, I don't think anyone really hates Bert except for PC. Bert's just annoying and not funny. Jack Donny Jr. I enjoy the PC has deep hatred for Bert. That's what I'm saying. I think the great, in order to be one of the great channels out there, you have to have the person that you hate. In order to be a great comedy, commentary channel or comedy hater channel, you have to have one comedian that you just hate. For whatever reason, you just have a hatred for them. You have to have one, and everyone's got theirs. I don't know who's Too Lazy's one. I don't know who's Too Lazy's one actually. It's not really. I don't think he really hates Brendan. Is it Schultz? Everyone's got to have one. Everyone's got. Obviously, we know Unix is Brendan's, but every channel has to have one person that you really fucking hate.
That's actually worse than The Fighter and the Kid. Yep, let that sink in for a minute. Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen sitting in a storage unit with no air conditioning and intermittent lighting, interviewing guests you've never heard of, gets more views than Bert Kreischer on Two Bears One Cave. And the similarities don't end there. These guys have packaged their downfall into a formula at this point. Wow. They may as well call it the Comedian Downfall Starter Pack. It starts with a growing base of haters that get louder and louder. Then comes the pushback from the comedian who simply cannot understand why so many people don't think they're funny and are getting sick of their elephant-sized egos. Then they double down with their arrogant, self-righteous act, thinking the haters will soon disappear if they just...
By the way, Nick Simon's outfit is insane. I don't know what would possess somebody to wear boots that look like they belong in fucking the Tudor times, right? Boots that look like the kind of boots that I'd imagine fucking Shakespeare would have wore, with a pair of like, I don't know, Urban Outfitter jeans, a polo top and a hat. Like, where did he think, in what world does a baseball hat go with those shoes? That's a slightly insane outfit if you think about it. Like, why would a baseball hat go with those shoes? Why would you wear a baseball hat with a polo shirt? Unless you're fucking Cassidy or something, right? Unless you're Papoose. Why are you wearing a baseball hat with a polo shirt and skinny jeans and fucking Tudor shoes? Like William Shakespeare kicks. Like, what the fuck is this? Fucking awful outfit. Obviously, you know, Brendan's what it is. Callen's got his grey goose on. Callen's got like a divorced mum outfit on, to be fair. If you didn't see Callen's head, you'd think that's a divorced mum. Callen's got that divorced mum swag going on there. And Brendan's just, you know, full on, I don't know, RIYADH wear. But this guy's outfit is shocking. Truly shocking. Anyways, get back to the video.
To ignore them, except it only gets worse and they eventually become so delusional that it starts to be funny again. But there are also some more nuanced similarities between Bert and SHAUB. The name dropping is getting worse. Bert brings up Shane Gillis like Brendan brings up Theo Von. Just wait until I show you Bert's latest Shane Gillis story from this episode. And then there's the incessant interrupting, talking over guests and making everything about them. So I'm going to take you through Bert's latest therapy session and explain exactly what I mean. He even wrote his own eulogy, which I'll share with you towards the end as well.
No way.
Just remember though, if you enjoy this channel and want to see my uncensored for the same day, that's some of the laziest scheduling I've ever seen. Who that if you're interested. As for Bert, he had musician Marcus King on Two Bears today, and as luck would have it, he also had him on Bertcast just a few days ago. Who in the fuck thought it was a good idea to have the same guest on both podcasts recorded on the same day? That's
oh yeah, that was a clip I saw where they're making music, isn't it? Because I think this guy's a musician, right? I think he made some sort of song or something. Yeah.
Some of the
to be fair, musicians seem to love Bert, innit? I wonder what it is about Bert that musicians seem to like. I think, is it the free spirit thing? Because he's at one with his drinking. He's unrepentant about his lifestyle, you know? I wonder if that's what they see. But I think a lot of artists seem to really like Bert Kreischer. Or maybe it's just a fucking comedy thing, because, you know, a lot of artists see similarities and thingy. But I feel like his artist episodes are really, you can tell there's a lot of like mutual respect between the two people. Like the artists look at him like they're fascinated, like wow, like they're in awe of him or something. The substances probably, yeah, it's true. The substance abuse is true. Big up user, probably the substance abuse.
Laziest scheduling I've ever seen from these guys, and that's saying a lot. But in case you don't know, Marcus is a recovering alcoholic who is a couple of years sober, so Bert thought it'd be a good idea to go on a rant about how much he loves drinking.
Jesus Christ.
So are you still sober?
I am sober.
How long?
The broad answer is probably the last time we podcasted together. I fell off the wagon like the night before just to clear the air.
Someone was like, dude, you're getting negative comments. You were drinking with Marcus. He's been sober. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, I don't really.
It was such a cathartic experience, and it was needed. I would have preferred our conversation.
Isn't that kind of bad form? If somebody's in sobriety, if somebody's trying to be sober, isn't it bad form to drink around them anyway? In that capacity, if they let you know. Obviously, you should live your life. You shouldn't be, you know, curtailing your needs to suit somebody else's life and shit. But if you have someone as a guest as well, like on your show, just leave the drink in it and just talk to them normally. If they've got, you know, like. It doesn't. Don't get me wrong. Maybe he shouldn't be putting himself in a position where he's talking to somebody who's a functioning alcoholic in the first place when you're in recovery. I get it, but the way Bert's like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, but you should though, innit? He's your guest, you know. He's your guest.
Would not live on the internet, but that conversation needed to happen for me in my heart, and it's just easier to have those conversations when you're, you know, in a bag a little bit.
It's a little easier to be
in a bag or with a baggie.
Honest, drunk.
Absolutely.
I told our couples therapist I may come drunk a couple times.
Jesus,
I'm not really great at therapy, but I was like, let's not forget who pays the bill here. So if you like your job, I'm gonna show up in the bag a couple times.
Yeah.
When he says stuff like that, do you think he's being for real? This is how he lives his life. When he says stuff like this, do you think he's being honest for real when he says stuff like this? I'm going to turn out to therapy drunk sometimes. I guess, man.
And you're going to get a different side of me. You're going to get a little more honest.
Bert is more offended by people who go sober than he is by anything else in this world. He's on the record several times saying how he thinks people who go sober do it for the attention. So not only doesn't he care about Marcus's battle with drinking, he wanted to make a point of how much he likes alcohol by having a drink with him when he was sober. And when people in the comments called him out, he couldn't understand what the problem was. Maybe you don't spend half the podcast talking about drinking and reminiscing about how much you enjoy it and how you could never stop with a guy who made a commitment to his wife to quit when they got married.
Exactly.
And we've seen Brendan Schaub do this as well, where he'll mock his producer Chin, who also has a problem with drinking. It's basically become a regular segment on The Fighter and the Kid, where they'll bring up Chin's health and laugh about how messed up he is, followed by Brendan's fake bravado about taking personal responsibility and getting addicted to the gym. But Bert takes it to a whole new level. The guy is the definition of tone deaf. Just watch how he asks a terrible question in this next clip and then decides to just answer it himself, going on this long-ass rant about how much he loves drinking.
I'm taking that Monjaro shot.
Oh yeah, I saw your post.
Dude, it does this. Everything. It just goes like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's fun.
Yeah, it takes your sparkle away.
It does. I can't do moderation. I don't have a problem, you know.
that is essentially Bert's life, isn't it? Just a constant, never-ending quest for sparkle, like treats and stuff. That's his life. Like all he wants is sparkle. He wants it to be he just wants to be surrounded by glitter, like 24/7, 360. Honestly, what an exhausting life to live, man. Fucking hell.
Not starting. I just have a problem stopping. So
when was the last time you wanted to drink? You were like, where you were like I do Sober October every year, and I just finished it, and getting back off the wagon is really difficult for me. Having that first drink.
By the way, that's a lie. There's no way he did Sober October without documenting it, without being on the podcast, it being some big challenge. There's no way he was sober from the 1st of October to the 5th. I don't believe it. It's a lie. And he does always say this, and then he'll say the truth. But I had a wine with steak with my wife, but that doesn't count. Like, shut up, man.
Drink is really difficult. It's been almost like court-ordered type thing. I had a cruise. It was the first night of the cruise, and they're like, you're gonna have to drink on the cruise.
Right.
And then I was with my daughter, Georgia. We were at Parents' Weekend. She was like, yo, you'll have a beer with me, right? And I was like, absolutely. But then the second I start, it's like, all right, we're back. We're back in the game. Once I hit 8:30, if I hadn't had a drink by 8:30, I go, oh yeah, it's not worth it.
No, I haven't.
If I can get to 8:30, I call it the witching hours, when the sun sets and it looks beautiful outside, and everything seems perfect, and you feel like you earned it. Because there's got to be times where you're like, yo, man, I'm one of the hardest working motherfuckers out there.
Bert's idea of working hard is recording 2 podcasts on the same day with the same guest and then releasing them within a week of each other. That's 2 hours of hard work right there, sitting in an air-conditioned room and talking about yourself into a microphone while a dozen of your staff are running around tending to your every need. This is the kind of shit that turned everybody against these guys over the last few years. In fact, there was a conversation between Tom Segura and Joe Rogan on JRE a while ago that actually inspired me to start this channel. It was the conversation where Tom was explaining to Joe how doing ice baths helped him to get through a tough period over a couple of weeks when he had to record a bunch of banked episodes before he went on tour. He was saying how cold plunging every morning helped him get through recording at the studio from 10:30 in the morning until school pickup, which is like 4 or 5 fucking hours. That was the point where I was like, okay, I can't take this anymore, and decided it was time to call these guys out. And since then, I've heard some pretty brain-dead takes from Bert, but this next one takes the cake.
Wait, can you microdose?
Mushrooms? Yeah, absolutely.
So then if you can microdose mushrooms, how come we can't microdose everything?
That's a good question, Bert.
I would love to microdose alcohol.
I think it's, an interesting conversation to be had.
Someone's in recovery and you're putting these thoughts in their head. Someone that's in recovery, somebody that's clearly struggling, with that side of things. Like Podcast Queen said, allegedly made a commitment with their wife to stop drinking, and they're trying to be healthy. And then you're putting these thoughts in their head. You're contemplating the possibility of microdosing. Oh my god! But that's the thing. Bert's dumb because what's the point of entertaining this conversation? Even if you could microdose alcohol, Bert wouldn't. Bert can't microdose anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, his whole life is excess. Like, I don't even know why he's entertaining this conversation himself. You can't microdose. You're not a microdoser. You don't have the ability to do so.
It needs to be a certain amount of alcohol to just get me to that. All I want to feel is the sparkle.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see is that, and then let it go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then just get there. They should do like
I do feel like mushrooms kind of do that. That's
what they say. I've never microdosed mushrooms, but I also only use mushrooms to trip my balls on. So here's my problem with Xanax. I love Xanax. I think Xanax is one of the greatest drugs in the world. I haven't taken it in probably 3 years.
Okay.
I was explaining my lifestyle to my cardiologist, and he was like this. I was like, yeah, I like to get off. I get after it on the weekends, and then
tore out the frame.
Yeah, and then on Monday I take a Xanax around 4 p.m. that I don't want to drink, and then I sleep great, and then I don't drink Tuesday, I don't drink Wednesday. I head out on the road Thursday, and I'll drink Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Xanax on, and he was like, stop with the Xanax.
Jesus
He's like, it
Christ.
melts your brain. I was like, really? He goes, never take Xanax again. I'm never gonna let you take Xanax again. So I've taken Xanax since. I like the taking of it.
Oh.
I like.
Why can't you just sleep normally though? If you're working Friday, Saturday, Sunday on the road, surely by the time Sunday comes around, you're gonna be tired anyway. Why can't you just sleep all day, Sunday, all the way from all the way to mid-afternoon on a Monday, and then just wake up? Like, it doesn't work a traditional job. You don't really need to force yourself to sleep. Like, really? It's just abusing the Xanax, isn't it? Really, to be honest, it sounds like a bit of an addiction to me.
The drinking, I like the actual. I like measuring it. I like the being the scientist that's working this thing. Do you know?
Yeah.
It's like with cocaine. I would love to be the guy that does one line, but the fun of cocaine is having it in your pocket.
It is fun. My dad told me when I was like 17, he said, never try cocaine because you'll love it. And I did, boy. And
it delivers.
It does every time.
To be fair, that kid, right? That kid's team do hate him too. That kid's team hate him. Going on the Bert Kreischer pod is the worst thing for that kid, to be fair. If he's struggling with his sobriety, this is the worst person to go on the pod with. He's going to put some thoughts in your head. He's going to make you want to call up your dealer to get a little 8-ball. He's going to want to make you stop off at the liquor store and get a drink, because the way that he fucking talks about drinking and getting on it and stuff, right? Like, that kid also has to take responsibility for going on this show, because that was a bad decision from him.
That was Bert Kreischer's scorpion milk moment where he thinks he's onto the next best thing but ends up sounding like a massive dumbass. Microdosing mushrooms and alcohol are two completely different things. Like, holy shit, someone really needs to sit Bert down and explain to him that all the stuff he loves taking fries your brain. It doesn't sharpen your brain. That's seriously one of the dumbest things I've ever heard on this podcast. The whole point of microdosing psilocybin is that it doesn't impair you. You stay completely functional. You're not slurring your words or muting your emotions. A proper microdose isn't meant to make you sparkle. That's the entire point. It's used to stabilize you, not intoxicate you. There is no small amount of alcohol that makes you more focused and mentally capable. Alcohol is literally a depressant that kicks in immediately. You can't fucking microdose it. Jesus. And this guy spent 7 years in college. Listening to Bert talk about microdosing alcohol is like watching a toddler try to explain quantum physics. He hears the word microdose and thinks it means you just keep drinking throughout the day instead of binge drinking at night. Dude, that's...
No, I think when Bert hears microdosing, he thinks drinking a little bit. That's what I think he means. I think Bert thinks if you take like a shot of a beer. Yeah, I think in Bert's head, I think if he takes a shot of a beer, one shot every fucking, 5 minutes, that's the equivalent to microdosing alcohol. I think that's what he thinks. I think that's his interpretation of it. Still dumb, don't get me wrong, but I think he thinks like that initial buzz that you get from beer or from booze in general is a form of microdosing. You know, that when you hit that line, when you know, what he said, that sparkle, whatever. Oh, fuck, you know. This guy has 2 kids, you know, in his 50s with a wife and stuff. He's so dumb.
Called being an alcoholic. Microdosing mushrooms is about enhancing cognition without being intoxicated. And he's pitching this idea to a recovering alcoholic. And don't even get me started on Bert's Xanax fixation. He's basically a drugged up suburban housewife trapped in a 300-pound middle-aged man's body. And don't forget, he's bragging about this shit. This isn't some honesty session where he holds himself accountable and tries to improve himself. He thinks this is a flex, 'cause, you know, comedian. As always, though, things only got worse from here.
I wanted to do anything I could to make myself feel like people loved me. So I put all my eggs in that basket. I played all the time because that's how I would experience love.
You're so loved.
I know.
You're actually in the group when I think of it of the like most lovable people.
Thanks.
I
feel the same about you.
Well, I should check the comments on this episode. Be shocked how many people hate me in that, and you know that really for a period of time that really affected me.
Oh no, me too.
My only goal was was approval. You know, that's why I got into stand up, is I could tell if they liked it, and if they didn't like it, I tried something different to get them to like it. And the only currency in my business is approval. People that didn't like me, it made me so confused. I was like, I'm trying everything to get you to like me.
Yeah.
And then they could just be like, yeah, fuck you, you're corny or whatever. And you'd be like, ugh, I would love for someone to explain why hate is fun. Like I would love.
But again, that's such a, I don't know. I always, maybe I wrongly assumed people like Bert would have a keen understanding of why people don't like them, but don't care, you know? I always thought people like that would be like that. Like if you had a very, you know, divisive, larger than life personality like a Bert, you would know exactly why people don't like you. But the same reason why people don't like you is the reason why some people do like you. And you'd be fair, you'd be okay with just, you know, focusing on the ones that do like you. But he's such a narcissist that he wants everyone to like him. And he doesn't understand why they don't. Like, I'm awesome. It's like, brother, the same reason why your fans think you're awesome is the same reason why your haters think you're not. Like, it's not that hard. And he's also very easy to hate. Like, just off rip, you know? Once you like, he's the kind of person, Bert, where on paper you might see him and think, yeah, he's kind of cool, he's kind of fun. But all it takes is one hangout. Right? And you quickly realize, oh shit, this guy's a fucking nightmare.
You know, those people that put out like mean videos or I would love for them to really break it down and go, this is what I get out of it. Like, because I'm curious when they do.
Big up Big Booth, that's a great line. Big up Big Booth, that's a great line. Bro ignores his reflection on the regular to let it get this far. Exactly, that's a big line. He literally plays hide and seek with his own reflection. Exactly.
I'm about my friends, I can't watch those.
Yeah.
I can't. I have friends who like send me clips about me and they're like, do you see this? This is hysterical. And I'm like, oh no.
This is where Bert pretends he has no idea why people make hate videos about him, while simultaneously baiting us by saying the most outrageous shit that he knows will get everyone's attention. He starts talking about how all the online criticism...
Yeah, that's true. He does do that. I've noticed he does that more often nowadays. I've noticed he does like to rage bait people. He does like to trigger people, which again is odd, because he clearly is leaning into the hate, leaning into things people don't like about him, because it knows it gets more clicks and views. But then when people call him out for it, he starts to cry.
Used to get under his skin, how he would obsess over every comment, how it would ruin his whole day, and then with a straight face, wonders out loud what kind of person would spend their time making videos about him in the first place. Bro, you're the only man alive who Googles his own name more than Brendan Schaub. The idea that Bert Kreischer, a man who openly admits he can't handle reading negative comments anymore, wants someone...
By the way, I don't think Brendan's got the deposition, the thick skin to Google his name. I don't think so. I don't think Brendan could handle it if he Googled his name.
Who makes commentary content to explain what they get out of it is hilarious. What do we get out of it? The same thing your audience gets when you embarrass yourself every week on camera, buddy. Entertainment. It's funny.
Exactly.
Remember comedy? You literally hand us material on a silver platter. You overshare, you interrupt everyone, you talk about drinking like it's your entire personality, squeeze in a Shane Gillis name drop, and then you act shocked that the internet notices. Sometimes I honestly wonder if Bert's actually trolling or if he's really just that fucking stupid.
Exactly. Same.
Are there comments that live in your head? 'Cause I have there's one comment that one guy wrote when I was still doing clubs, and by the way, wasn't selling tickets at clubs. And I think about that comment so often. This guy sucks.
Why would you admit this, by the way?
All he does is take his shirt off, get drunk as fuck, and tell one story. And I was like, yeah, technically.
That's perfect. That's a perfect summation description of Bert Kreischer, though. And that was back in the day, allegedly. That was whoever that was back in the day that said that. You are a prophet. You are a fucking prophet.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, but I was like, clearly I do more than that. But
You do way more than
that's all you see. I think of that comment, and there was another comment. Oh, cool. A 50-year-old guy who smokes weed. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
What's wrong with that?
I can't even just go in here. They get you sometimes, and then there's just hurtful ones where you're like, oh, they say don't even talk about them because it gets, that what they want is the attention, but
it's also giving people an idea on what gets under your skin, and now you're only going to get more of it. It's like, why would you admit to this? But again, he's one of those weirdos that just loves all the attention, even if it's bad. He's one of those freaks that just loves all the attention. Like, there's probably never been a more narcissistic man ever to step foot on this earth. He loves the attention so much. He's literally telling you what gets under his skin, what affects him, what gives him sleepless nights, so that you will say it and give him more attention. It's like, okay.
I wish we could just make the world a better place. I've never left a negative comment ever.
When Bert says he just wants the world to be a better place, what he really means is, why can't everyone just love me unconditionally?
Exactly.
This reminds me of when Joe Rogan blames the audience whenever one of his buddy bombs, like recently when William Montgomery bombed at the Austin Comedy Festival, and the main narrative was that it was the audience's fault. At no point did any of his friends consider that maybe, just maybe, William is an overrated shock and awe comedian who has one gear that he can't get out of. Sure, it works on Kill Tony, but once you leave the comedy mothership bubble, you actually have to be funny. You can't just rely on Tony Hinchcliffe's horse-faced laugh to get the crowd going. And there was also the time Tony himself bombed at that Trump MSG rally.
Exactly.
But we've heard the exact same narrative from Brendan Schaub.
Narrative.
Seriously, the parallels in this episode are crazy. Just last week, Brendan was complaining about this very channel, saying that I should try and earn a living by putting my talents into something other than shitting on him and his buddies. It's the same sort of cope we're seeing from Bert right now. It's that realization that videos about you are more popular than your own content.
I got a good one. You want to hear this one?
I want to hear it.
I was on Instagram, and sometimes my fingers get fast, and I get ahead of myself.
Yeah.
And
you get happy fingers.
And I think the guy's a friend of mine now, and I can't really remember everything. But I see one of the guys on this podcast, and he's a comedian. He goes, Bert Kreischer, and the guy goes, Bert fucking Kreischer, and I went, ooh, nice. I'm about to get a little love. So real quick, follow his friend, follow their podcast, and like this video. Now, what were they saying about Bert Kreischer? And they're like, fucking Bert Kreischer is the most annoying person alive. I am done with him and his laugh. It's like, he's never been funny. Joe Rogan made him famous. And I'm like, so I just texted them and I was like, guys, I'm really sorry I followed you. I didn't know you hated me. Yeah. I'm really sorry I liked the video about you hating me. And then the one guy wrote back, holy fuck, I never thought you'd see this.
Right.
And I was like, well, you tagged Bert Kreischer in it. Why wouldn't you think it would come across my page?
Right.
And he was like, we were just talking shit, man. And you're like, okay. So then I write half of it off to just talking shit.
Hang on, that doesn't make sense. So he's watching a podcast that mentions his name, pauses it to go and follow them on.
I think he said this before, by the way. I don't know about these lies. I think he's mentioned this sort of like style of a lie I saw something with my name on it. I clicked cycle. He's a little bit of a mindfuck. I'm not gonna lie. He's a little bit of a mindfuck to like. Weird guy.
On Instagram and subscribe to their channel, then comes back and keeps watching until he realizes they hate him. And then when he realizes they're shitting on him, he DMs them to say sorry for following and subscribing. The guy is completely obsessed with himself and anything about him. Why would you apologize to them? He was clearly fishing for an apology. Bert's the kind of guy who sends his bully a Christmas card. But like I said in the intro, Bert pulled out one of his Shane Gillis stories yet again, and these are basically a meme at this point. He's done this so many times now that this shit is formulaic. Watch the clip and then I'll explain exactly what I mean. Just for context though, they were talking about authentic artists and how they're rare, and so Bert brought up his buddy Shane as an example of someone who's the same on camera as he is behind closed doors.
Shane Gillis is the realist.
He's super real.
Man, there's things people don't know about him that I would never share because I don't think it's what he'd ever want people to know about him. I mean, and they're not bad. Just like, they're just soft boy stuff. And I love it. It makes me love him so much. He's the
this need for him to be associated with Shane Gillis is really odd as well, isn't it? He wants people to know that he played a part in these. It's a very because I sometimes feel like it's not really like him wanting to stand next to Shane. I feel like it's him being a bit jealous. I don't feel like this comes across as him being like his big bro or him being his mentor. I get more the feeling like he's kind of jealous of just how big Shane is, because on paper he probably thinks they're the same. Shane likes to drink, I like to drink. We both went to college or whatever. The whole frat boy thing. He kind of looks at Shane and thinks that's what I should have been, you know. So I don't really buy all this like fake love, this admiration, this giving of flowers to Shane. I think deep down he's actually jealous of him.
The fucking epitome of a comic for me. Like the day I met him, and
yeah, big up to RC. Exactly. Shane is a better Bert, more likable, drunk, more funny. Was actually an athlete and more respected. Exactly. He's actually a better version of Bert Kreischer. Definitely has way more self-awareness. You know, way more self-deprecating, way funnier, just way more like I said, way more likable. There's not even close to how, you know what I mean?
Made him do, I mean, this must have been like 15 years ago, and I made him do fireball shots at like 9 in the morning with me. And he was like, "Oh, is this what we're doing?" And then the next day he emailed me. Oh, I don't have this email. I'll get the email. He emailed me. It's so funny. "Hey, Bert, I thought me and you got along really well yesterday. If you're looking for someone to take on the road with you."
So earnest.
He's like the epitome of one of the real ones, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then there's people that aren't. People that change their act based on what they feel like the temperature of the community is. And you're like,
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
This is the equivalent of Brendan Schaub talking about Theo Von. Straight after he says Shane Gillis is the realist, he immediately goes into how there's all this stuff people don't know about him that he can't say on the podcast.
And then he shares it.
Then he goes straight into a story about how he knew Shane before he was famous and how he was basically responsible for discovering him. Shane thought Bert was the coolest and asked if he could go on the road together. He couldn't just say, "Shane's the real one. I've known him for years and he's never changed." Instead, we get this convoluted story where Bert's the hero and Shane's his disciple. And that's the thing with Bert. Every story somehow circles back to him. He can't just compliment someone without rewriting history to make himself the main character. Shane Gillis could cure fucking cancer tomorrow and Bert would still find a way to insert himself into the story like, "Well, actually, back in 2014, Shane told me that I inspired him to believe in himself," or some shit. It's the same insecurity loop every single time. He is so desperate to be viewed as the wise, beloved godfather of comedy that changed the game and helped discover some of the biggest names in history. The guy even wrote his own eulogy.
Insane.
Do you want me to eulogize you or you want me to eulogize me?
I think you'd be good at eulogizing yourself.
I should do my own eulogy. Please play this at my funeral. I would like to thank everyone who came and curse everyone who didn't. Bert Kreischer, myself, was a great man. He was better than you think. But this is not going to go well. I'm already like, dude, I'm fucking angry that people didn't show up at my wedding or my funeral. I want to know who I outlived. Yeah. Look to your left, look to your right. I think all you need to know about Bert Kreischer,
Jesus Christ, man,
is he tried so hard to make you happy. That's all you need to know. He's going to miss this life so much. God, man, I'm going to miss life so much.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed that I don't think I die because it hadn't happened yet. You know,
I just can't imagine what he's like being a dad. It must be fun, obviously, because you get to do stuff and you get money and you get, you know what I mean, whatever, and you get left alone because he's always drunk. But it must have been, bless those daughters, man. It must have been exhausting living in a household where Bert's your dad, in it. Like the constant need for attention, like the fucking neurosis, the neurotic energy he has going on. Oh, fucking hell.
You know, but like, I don't wish. I told Tom this one time, but I was like, if I had a button that could end the whole world, I'd press it as I died and be like, no one gets to live, Tink. I was like, I want everyone to die with me.
Of course.
I want everyone to die with me. I don't want anyone to no one gets to live if I don't get to live. If I get to live, everyone's going to die. Go, what?
Whoa.
Where do I even begin? Bert eulogizing himself is the most narcissistic thing I've ever seen him do. And I seriously mean that. If FOMO was a person, it would be Bert. Every single person around him exists to entertain him. Imagine wishing your family would die when you die just so you don't miss out on living. That's the equivalent of, if I can't have you, then no one else can. Oh no, wait. Bert did actually say that about his wife when Bobby Lee asked him what he'd do if they got divorced. Bert has managed to collect every single toxic trait known to mankind. If it wasn't for his fame and fortune, he'd either be in prison or living on the streets. Every clip from this episode is like watching him tick every box on the checklist of why his audience turned on him.
But I wonder if that's also why people don't like him. Because if he wasn't rich and famous, he would be living on the street. But he's not. He's rich and famous, you know? That's probably, I wonder if that's part of the reason too. Another very unrecognized, unaddressed reason why people just dislike him is like, bloody hell, how do you get away with being this much of a drunk, this much of a loser? Because he's rich and famous, isn't it, I guess? But yeah, brutal video there. But big up Podcast Cringe. Thank God that he had to watch that and we didn't need to watch it. Big up Podcast Cringe. I'm actually curious, yeah, as a recovering alcoholic, Bert is a great reminder of why I never want to drink again. With the microdosing alcohol theory, bro's literally turning into Mr. Leahy. We're watching the decline of a stand-up comedy. Bert, you are the decline of stand-up comedy. Exactly. Bro didn't mind being called a drunk moral narcissist as long as the money came in. Now the money stopped coming in, he has feelings. Actually, I'm curious to see, what did they say in the original video about this? Then we'll move to two to try, and then we'll do fucking... Actually, no. 2 bears, 1 cave, innit? Big up everybody watching, by the way. Like the stream before we leave. Like the stream, please. Wow, only 24k. Yeah, not a lot for a 2 bears, 1 cave episode, isn't it? But people tend to always not watch the videos. If Bert's on them, everyone seems to skip them. Podcast stream making fun of this episode has more views. RIP 2 bears, 1 cave. No way this show is still going. Talking to a recovering alcoholic about microdosing and booze pissed me off for real. Just gonna act like he wasn't on Bert's pod 2 days ago. Oh fuck us, Bert. I fucking love how stupid Bert is. Holy shit. Stand up is thriving. The Austin bubble is imploding. Y'all guys had main character syndrome. Joe enabled it. Why do you keep doing this? Do they like the fact that the views are every Bert are way down? How did this become all about how good Bert is within the first 4 minutes? RIP Tom. A soft-spoken guest like Marcus plus a still drunk and obnoxious Bert equals unfunny therapy session about Bert's life, which is also his stand-up. I opened this and thought, oh fuck us, Bert. Wow, people hate him, which is good because it's easy to hate. Let's see Beige Frequency, and then we'll end it, and then we'll come back again in the morning actually, and might finish it. But yeah, we'll leave it from there. Actually, let's quickly go from let's go through Fighting the Kid, and I'm gonna watch Beige Frequency for like half an hour, and then we're gonna be back again in the morning, hopefully. What's this? Calabasas girl surviving in the hard streets of Austin. My husband didn't want to fill the car with gas, so here I am risking my life at 9 a.m. Okay, I guess. By the way, the lime green Range Rover is a choice, isn't it? No, very much a choice. But hey, let's play some clips on here. What did I miss? Let's see some clips. What's this? The human BS detector. The human BS detector.
I always say that I can smell bullshit. The security dude. Everybody has fucking AR-15s, like nuts.
What?
Dude,
At a mall?
At a mall. There's a thing that people do.
Oh, big up Just Breezy. Yo, AZ, I never catch a live stream. Just waiting to say I'm gonna watch Callen in my city. Okay, have fun, bro. Make sure if you're back during the weekend, report back to your findings, your review. I'd love to hear it. If you ever catch a live stream or whatever, let me know. Either in the chat or in the comments. Report back how the show was. I'd love to know. Report back. But big up Just Breezy in the stream chat.
And they're full of shit where they're anticipating your response in a different way. I go up to the guy. He was a fan. And he was like, oh, what's up, B-Shop? What you doing here, man? I go, what's up, man?
By the way, have you noticed how he doesn't do that anymore? I guess because he's not doing stand-up comedy. But we don't really get any more stories of, oh yeah, he was a fan. You don't really say that anymore. That's kind of gone now. I miss that era. I'm not going to lie.
Why do you guys have AR-15s? When someone's lying, it's almost like they're waiting to see how you buy it.
Dude, last week they were cutting throats in the bathroom.
So it's like their defenses are up. They counterpunch quick.
They're selling it. They say it, and they're like, does he buy it? Like you feel the does he buy it, and like, ooh, you're full of shit.
They're cutting throats in the bathroom. Your boy still won the bathroom.
To be completely honest, I've been bullshitted before.
Rogan's bullshit detector is not working. I think Rogan's bullshit detector needs new batteries or something, innit? Hasn't been working for years, bro. I think he needs to maybe slap it around on the back of his hand or something, you know? Or slap it with his palm of his hand or something. But his bullshit hasn't been working. Hilarious. It's funny how that clip is hilarious. It does illustrate the point. Because it's funny how Rogan brags about having a bullshit detector, but one of his close friends and fucking pathological liar is Brendan Schaub. So it's like, Okay, another one. Kim K or Drake's girl. Okay, I guess so. Fucking no. Dicey. Let's play that again from the beginning. That's fucking crazy. Because the person that made this.
Is that the equivalent of a guy stool fucker?
Such a fake laugh.
Sean has kind of an elitist approach to comedy. It's quite interesting. He likes bars.
Such a fake laugh, honestly. The fakest laugh you've ever seen. MRW Spindenshaw watches Chang's dish I made.
It's me, Austin!
It's a fake laugh.
Look at the crowd. You all
Dude, I want to post this.
You won't see a more faker laugh in your entire life, man. The cope was massively strong, bro. Oh, it's definitely that meme in it with the person laughing and crying and behind the mask. A laugh that will drive you nuts. More clips of that laugh, man. That's hilarious. What else we got here? Yeah, shots fired. Big up Morning Combat. Big up Morning Combat. Shots fired at Rapist.
Outlandish. But yeah, Van was gonna get here anyway. Like I was writing about this earlier this week because I didn't even realize how insane Van's year has been. Like Josh Van has absolutely an opportunity to make a case for Fighter of the Year if he wins.
Put that back up. Put that back up.
Oh my God, what is it?
Would you let you let his sister date Bryan Callen? Would Jed let his sister date Bryan Callen? Fucking hell, brutal question. Fucking brutal question. Out of nowhere. Would you let his sister date Bryan Callen?
Oh God.
I don't. My sister's gay, so I don't really know how that one works, but we can try.
I mean, those producers, man, they're just
those producers.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy.
Wow.
Oh my God. I didn't write that. I didn't
Wow.
write that.
He did.
Somebody's getting fired. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
The thing about Van is,
So good, so good. Drunk BC just another trug walk.
Does
Yeah, this is a good one too.
retire or leave, the call will be there because fans in the sport don't care about that.
Let's go to the fourth member here. Co-main event. Who wins?
Pants sub round 3.
Round 3.
Speaking of pants, have you ever asked a chick to walk you to your truck or what?
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. We're doing. You know what's
See, I got a dead wrong you too.
I mean, I can grasp what that means, but I don't.
No. He's doing what we call skits and bits on the show.
Yeah.
Skits and bits. Big up Luke. Big up Luke Thomas. Big up Luke Thomas. A bit of catnip from Luke. What's this one?
You said Jared Vanderbeek before. It's been bothering me. James Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek, excuse me, Cheshire, Connecticut. Yes, he was the quarterback in what's that movie?
Varsity
Friday
Blues.
Night Lights?
Varsity
Blues.
No,
Varsity Blues.
The
with
other
that
one.
And he was Dawson.
Wait.
Shout out.
Yeah.
James
What's Friday
Vanderbeek.
Night Lights?
Friday Night Lights is both an incredible TV show and a film based on a true story.
So who was in that fucking film?
Well, Billy Bob Thornton was like the lead as the coach
in the film.
So who was like the teen heartthrob or whatever the fuck?
I don't even remember.
Yo.
Friday Night
Chin,
Lights
look
is
that up.
probably a better movie than Varsity Blues, but
Chin looked that up is crazy. Big up Luke Thomas getting involved. Big up Luke Thomas getting involved. We've seen the hunting era. BC just goes. What's this about?
based on your breakdown, Luke, I just want to, hey, Long Island Luke, let's throw to you. Can we get the odds on this one?
Yes.
From our friends, because I think you're going to be surprised at the odds here, Luke, because I certainly was.
No, I think you'll be
surprised. It's plus 120 Moreno, minus 142 Tyra.
Moreno is the underdog.
How the fuck? Okay, walk me through that logic, Long Island Luke. Tell me what the odds makers are seeing.
I love BC so much. That was so quick. No, I think you'd be surprised.
So to you, can we get the odds on this one?
Yes.
From our friends, because I think you're going to be surprised at the odds here, Luke, because I certainly was.
No, I think you'll be
So
surprised.
it's plus 120 Moreno, minus 142 Tyra.
Moreno is the underdog.
How the fuck? Okay, walk me through that logic, Long Island Luke. Tell me what the odds makers are seeing.
I don't fucking know the logic because I saw the line as well and went, oh, I'll take Brandon Moreno as a dog gladly. Thank you very much.
Are they saying he's damaged goods? You think?
I don't know, dude.
They must be.
That line
talking about
sounds
it-
like Peach's Delight to take the plus money there. I'm
I-
all in.
Really
Peach is
nice.
delight. Peach is delight. Oh my god. What's good for him?
Just turkey guy. We did a deep fried turkey.
Oh yeah, how was it?
And a smoked turkey. Turkey's turkey, man.
Even deep
I've
fried.
never had turkey where I'm like, let's do this again more than once a year. Once a year, I'm good on
Yeah.
turkey. Man. It's such an overrated bird. It's
Over the weekend, my brother was obviously in town for Thanksgiving, and he showed me this thing called pluribus. Have you heard of pluribus?
I see it, but I don't like the cover. What's it about?
It's
That one is a little more concerning. Most are Evilov. I'm not excited for that in any facet. Yeah, but Mosarv and
Jesus Christ.
We talked about this tattoo before, right?
It's like a whole.
It's just I don't.
No. Yeah. Is his boyfriend Frank Ocean?
That's the rumor.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Good for him.
I feel like he brings it up every time he sees that fighter. He never cannot mention Frank Ocean. We'll speak the other one. What else we got here? Anything else? Christianity, AI. I'm not gonna. What's this? Christianity is real because people are nice. What? Big up Rogan. What's he saying here?
Scripture to me is what's interesting. It's fascinating.
that is what, and also that Christianity, at least, is the only thing I have experience with. It works. Like the people that are Christians that go to this church that I go to, that I meet that are Christian, they are the nicest fucking people you will ever meet. They're really kind, and they are even more nice at a church. When you leave the church parking lot, everybody lets you go in front of them. There's no one honking in the church parking lot. It works.
Okay, cool. People that are religious are nicer, I guess, or nice to him, maybe. I don't know. Big up him. Jesus can return as AI.
Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer? If Jesus does return, even if Jesus was a physical person in the past, you don't think that he could return as artificial intelligence?
Oh my God.
Artificial intelligence could absolutely return as Jesus. Not just return as Jesus, but return.
Okay, enough. I'm not listening to this bullshit. Enough of that, man. Let's continue. Okay, beige frequency. Let's watch this. I'll watch this for the next 20 and then I'm gonna bounce. Watch this for the next 20, then I'm gonna bounce and then we'll come back again. Riyadh comedy's worst sellouts, the Riyadh Comedy Festival Part 1. Wow, how many parts are there gonna be? Fucking big up beige frequency, not seen him in a while. Nice to see him back. Nice to see beige frequency back. Let's go.
Recently, the
iconic
comedy world
music
has been embroiled in a controversy that has shaken it to its very foundations. I am, of course, talking about the Riyadh Comedy Festival. If you don't know what that is, well, I'm not entirely sure how you got to this channel. Nevertheless, the Riyadh Comedy Festival was an event that took place from September 26th to October 9th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and featured many of the world's most popular and influential comedians. The event has garnered widespread condemnation due to Saudi Arabia's litany of human rights abuses and the fact that the festival was directly funded by the Saudi regime. This fact is important to remember for later, as it will directly counter the excuses made by many comedians who took part in this event.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to treat you like an adult and assume that you either have a passing understanding of the human rights.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. The Bill Burr is still the most disappointing part for me. Everyone else, whatever. But Bill Burr deciding to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and forget even deciding to do it, his response after the fact was quite surprising. His inability to kind of like read the room, the kind of obnoxious, bratty type of, like, it was just weird. Like, I was like, you can't even clap back in a funny way. You can't even do it like in a funny, humorous way and be like, yeah, I took them. It really bummed me out to see how Bill's turned out. I think every episode since he's made some sort of snidey remark about bots and people being disingenuous and not really believing what they say, and they can't hate me for any legit reasons because they're just jealous or whatever, or they didn't get it. It's like, come on, Bill Burr, you're better than this, Bill. You're better than this.
Rights abuses that take place in Saudi Arabia, or are capable of Googling them. It's not a great place, and in particular, not a place you would expect the supposed vanguard of free speech that are stand-up comics to visit. Especially because this event was a blatant attempt, in a long list of them, to whitewash the reputation of Saudi Arabia, which is why there has been such a ferocious backlash to so many comedians participating in this event. Whatever they may say, they have lent their names and reputations to a propaganda effort by the Saudi government, which is why I've wanted to make this documentary. I understand how shameless and hypocritical comedians are, and I know that invariably almost all of them will criticize someone else for doing exactly what they did. That can't be countenanced. These are people who make a living from proffering their opinions and insights. Largely these days, it's in the form of barely comedic podcasts where they bloviate about real-life social and political issues. Some of them have even directly platformed major political figures of our time, and may have played a role in getting them elected. This Riyadh Comedy Festival situation is such a glaring black mark on their moral character, and frankly just their judgment, that they shouldn't ever be allowed to open any of their stupid mouths about any social issue without being reminded of it. While that is unrealistic, we can make sure that their inevitable backsliding and hypocrisy will be immortalized in some way forever. With that said, I would like to make a point or two before getting into the lies, deflections, reframings, whataboutisms, and revisionist history. The first thing I want to say is that I don't really care about any of this. I'm not upset or disappointed that any of these people went to Saudi Arabia to take part in a propaganda effort. I never expected better from any of these shills and grifters to begin with.
I expected better from Bill Burr, specifically Bill Burr. Everyone else I wasn't that surprised about. No, actually, no. I was surprised by how many of them took the deal, like barefaced. That was a surprising fact. It's like, rah, you know? But I was more surprised to see Bill Burr's name on there. And then the responses after the fact were the ones that were the weirdest. The responses when, you know, it kind of was made public. I was like, Jesus Christ, you really don't get it, do you? Like, it was a refusal for them to get what the pushback was about, what the criticism was about. I think most should have just ignored it. Most should have just done what fucking bad friends did. Just ignore it. Don't address it. Pretend like you don't see it and just keep podding. You know, because we all know why you went. There's no explanation you're going to make that's going to ever make it seem okay. You're not going to convince everybody that you didn't go for the reasons that you actually did go, which was money. But yeah, I think Bill was the one that was like, fuck, man, not Bill. But I think if you've been around since the COVID time, I think this is sort of similar to what happened during COVID, when some of these comedians were performing in like third world countries because they had way more lax rules around COVID restrictions and shit. And they were just doing it because they had to do comedy and it was they were essential workers, whatever, but really just wanted money. They couldn't sit down for a couple of months like everyone else were. They just needed to make money.
So it's hard for them to let me down. There are some individuals like Hannibal Buress, Dave Chappelle, or Whitney Cummings where the hypocrisy is especially glaring, but it's not exactly beyond the pale.
Exactly.
Comedians are some of the most craven and shameless people on earth.
Mm-hmm.
There is no low that most of them wouldn't stoop to. Take Kevin Hart, for example. Given every project he's quote-unquote acted in and every product he's happily advertised, do you think there is anything too embarrassing or unethical for him to put his name on?
Zero.
I don't.
True.
I'm not here to play games. I'm not. Unless that game is Royal Kingdom.
He'd probably be willing to shill.
Jesus Christ, that was brutal. That was brutal. That was fucking brutal. The mobile game. What the fuck was that?
Play games. I'm not. Unless that game is Royal Kingdom.
That is, what the fuck, bro? Surely you've got enough money. Surely you have enough money for Kevin Hart. Surely.
He'd probably be willing to shill Diddy brand baby oil if the check had enough zeros on it.
Open him up! Open him up!
And while on the subject of associates of sex traffickers,
you knew Jeffrey Epstein, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Jesus
does it seem
Christ.
like Chris Tucker would really have a problem working for the Saudis given some of his prior acquaintances?
What's up, Saudi Arabia? Riyadh, I'm on my way. Your boy Chris Tucker is on his way. I'll see you soon. Riyadh!
I'm sure he's worked tougher rooms than that. Where do you think the Riyadh Comedy Festival ranks between Little St. James and the Lolita Express? These are the kinds of people we're talking about here. But even if we take a step down from the level of literal friends of Diddy and Jeffrey Epstein, there are still layers upon layers of...
Big up Cole, big up Cole. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Let's have a crack amigo chin and brows Xmas Day. Watch along all the hits. We don't close. I love my brows and that big bro. Yeah, we might do that. I might have 0 viewers, but we might do it just for the banter. Whoever's here will just, get your drinks out. We'll take a bunch of shots. And we'll just listen to Little Brows and Chin's entire discography. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious. Big up Cole.
Shameless greed and moral turpitude that we can go through. I'm talking about people like Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Gabriel Iglesias, Joe Coy, Sebastian Maniscalco, Louis C.K., Russell Peters, and the like. These are people who clearly didn't need to do it. They're already famous, successful, and rich. I could understand making this sort of moral compromise if you were in a bad spot financially, and the Saudis came to you with an amount of money that would solve all of your problems.
Exactly.
That's not what's going on here.
That's the thing.
These people are just sellouts who are willing to...
That's what I would hope he's going to dive into. That aspect of it. Like, I don't like counting people's pockets, but surely the money that the Saudis paid Bill Burr, it's not going to dramatically change his life, innit? Like, you would imagine whatever he was paid, like, you know, what did they say? Tim Dillon said he got offered $350. What was it, $350, something around that kind of mark? People out there are suggesting that Bill Burr could have got maybe north of $500,000 or maximum of like $2 million. But surely if you're Bill Burr, you must be making enough money on your own, doing your own thing outside of the Riyadh Comedy Festival, where you could probably make what they gave you for that one gig in a year without avoiding all the fucking drama and all the backlash and shit. So that's the thing that's surprising to me. Like, the ones who make the most have no ability, no kind of reflex to say no. It's just yes. Whenever, you know what I mean? It's like it's never enough. The money, it can never ever be enough.
Sacrifice their morality in exchange for more money. Well, that is assuming they had any morals or values to begin with. Of course, I can't talk about everyone who took part in this event, because there were about 50 people who took the Saudi blood money. Additionally, a lot of them have, wisely, not spoken on the matter much, if at all. I think the group hit the hardest by the backlash have been the comedians a step or two down from the A-list. With a few exceptions, I'm talking about the comedian/podcaster class. When I first started doing research into this topic, I debated exactly how I wanted to convey this information. Eventually, I settled on discussing the various comments and responses made by comedians in a roughly descending order from least ridiculous and sociopathic to most. As I said before, there are many comedians who haven't addressed this situation. There have also been a few like Tom Segura or Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino who have acknowledged being there but said little else about it. Segura has only praised the Saudi audience for getting his jokes and said that he had a great time in the country, at least as of writing. Also, a running theme here will be that nobody has a bad word to say about Saudi Arabia while they are there. Curious. This general trepidation seems apparent when watching the episode of We Might Be Drunk featuring Jessica Curson, which will be my next step down this ladder of moral degradation.
Oh yeah, because she's a lesbian, isn't it? She's a lesbian and she went and performed there, bro. Oh yeah.
Chapter 1. Normand, Muriel, and Curson. Compared to some of the comments we'll get to later, this discussion is fairly mild, which is why I'm putting it so early in the list. That said, there is a noticeably awkward tone to the conversation, with the hosts seeming to tiptoe into announcing that they're going to perform in Saudi Arabia.
It's kind of like the Middle East. There's not a lot of ha-ha going on down in Libya. You know, you never hear about the Libyan chuckle hunt, you know? Although I think it's changing.
Although we did get an offer to play.
I think I'm going to go.
You're going to go?
Well, I'm only doing 2 days.
Personally, I think they understood that this decision was going to be controversial, and were trying to soften the blow to their audience.
Jesus.
Normand says he's just getting in and out quick for the money, and Curson agrees that she would do the same.
I'm only doing 2 days.
Where?
I'm going in and out.
Saudi Arabia.
Just to get that
I would do
paycheck.
that.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm doing it. 2 days.
Now, I don't know exactly when this podcast was recorded, but it seems to have been put on Patreon on July 31st and YouTube on August 3rd. The festival was announced on July 25th, and by July 29th, a preliminary lineup was announced that listed Normand, Muriel, and Curson. So, either this was recorded before the 29th, or Sam and Jessica were playing dumb in an attempt to soft reveal the news to their audiences.
Exactly.
Curson's participation in the event is particularly noteworthy to me because she is a gay Jewish woman, or as Sam put it, she's got 3.
I mean, you got 2. I just got 1. You got 3.
3 kids?
No, gay, woman, and Jew.
Oh.
Interestingly,
during the discussion of performing comedy in Saudi Arabia, Curson said she wouldn't do any gay material over there.
I wouldn't do gay material there.
Yeah.
At all.
Weird.
No.
This is odd to me
It's kinda
because she would
fucked
say
up.
after the fact that she only agreed to take part in the festival after requesting a guarantee that she could be openly out as a lesbian on stage and perform gay material, which she apparently did. To me, this is why the date the podcast was recorded is kind of important, at least for Curson. If she was already part of the lineup at this point, then she was just lying on the podcast for some reason. If she wasn't, then she changed her position as soon as she got an offer.
You guys nervous to go there? Yeah.
In some ways, this does align with the statement she released to The Hollywood Reporter, after she performed in Saudi Arabia, of course. In the statement, she would say that the decision to perform in Saudi Arabia at the behest of a government that continues to violate fundamental human rights, has weighed heavily on her heart since. She then went on to explain that her decision was influenced by the desire to break down cultural barriers. Quote, I hope that this could help LGBTQ+ people in Saudi Arabia feel seen and valued. I am grateful that I was able to do precisely that. To my knowledge, I am the first openly gay comic to talk about it on stage in Saudi Arabia. I received messages from attendees sharing how much it meant to them to participate in a gay-affirming event. At the same time, I deeply regret participating under the auspices of the Saudi government. I have donated the entirety of what I was paid to perform there to a human rights organization. I made this decision because I want that money to go to an organization that can help combat these severe issues. End quote. She followed this up by saying that she respected her fellow comics that criticized the event and hoped that this moment sparks dialogue about how we can use our platforms for good, to support people without a voice and to find ways to be less divided. As previously stated,
I just don't get why you just don't admit that you did it for the money, man. Or just shut the fuck up. That's the thing that really fascinates me about nowadays. Like, people want to make controversial decisions, right? They then want to not be called out for controversial decisions. Or they then get freaked out when people call them out for said controversial decision. If you're going to make a controversial decision for your career, for the sake of your bank balance, for whatever the reason is, I don't care what the reason is, just do it and fucking puff your chest up. Who fucking gives a shit? But it's the fucking walking back, it's the dodging, the gaslighting, the nonsense, right? The twisting of the stuff, the obfuscation. It's like, brothers and sisters, we all know why you went there. Some of you are full of shit. You get called out for it. But this, like, you know, I was there for the behest of the Saudi public to give them lesbian pussy. No, you weren't. You were there to line your pockets. If that offer didn't have the zeros it had in it, you wouldn't have fucking considered going in the first place. So let's not lie. Let's not lie.
She also said that she had donated the proceeds from the event to a human rights organization. Which one? Who knows? Finally, she apologized to her fans, saying, quote, I see you, I hear you. Your voice matters to me. I love you all, and I am genuinely sorry for making a poor decision that had repercussions I didn't fully consider. End quote. I see you, I hear you. Who does she think she is, fucking Kamala Harris? Strange how you didn't see or hear your fans for the 2 months before performing for a regime that would probably imprison them. But I'm guessing it was pretty hard to see around all those dollar signs, huh? Aside from the contradictory nature of Kirsten's statement, as well as the highly suspicious number of M-dashes, her excuse is one of the most believable to me, even if I don't really buy it. I'm sure that there was a certain allure to the idea of being potentially the first openly gay comedian to perform in a repressive country like Saudi Arabia. Even if you knew you would be performing for the regime itself, the thought had to be very tempting. You could easily get caught up in thinking that this was an accomplishment that you could metaphorically put on your mantle, like Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier but for hacked comics. Then, when they agree to your terms about being able to perform as an openly gay person and offer you a huge paycheck, it probably becomes very difficult to turn down. But the truth is, the Saudis played Kirsten like a fiddle, as they did with most of the other comedians. She was a pawn. The Saudis were probably more than happy to meet her requests, because having an openly gay comic perform at the festival only advances their propaganda goal of making the country seem more tolerant and progressive. Beyond that, it's important to note that the three of them, Normand, Morrill, and Kirsten, all understood beforehand that Saudi Arabia was a country where human rights abuses are commonplace.
Do you guys nervous to go there? Yeah.
You got 3.
3 kids?
No, gay, woman, and Jew.
Oh, yeah.
I just got Jew.
I wouldn't do gay material there.
Yeah.
At all.
Weird.
They see this, they're like, kidnap him.
Yeah.
Kidnap him for that clip.
And this wasn't even the only time that Normand and Morrill did this. In a podcast episode featuring Whitney Cummings, who also performed at the festival, they would again tacitly acknowledge the repressive nature of Saudi Arabia.
I think if you're a woman working in Saudi Arabia, it's so deeply unfair that I will be forced to work when I'm there.
You won't have to drive.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least they'll have a driver for me.
Yeah.
The reason this fact is important to keep in mind is because we can't lose sight of the fact that all of the people involved in this debacle knew what they were getting into.
Exactly.
They joked about it because they are comedians, allegedly, but they understood what Saudi Arabia was like when they agreed to go over there.
That's why all the feigning of ignorance and not understanding and whatever, or just the fucking twisting of what people said. I think Andrew Cicino did it a couple of times. Bro, you knew exactly what you were getting yourself into. They probably all anticipated what the backlash would be, or had an idea what it would be. Like, it's just the nonsense, really.
Another great example of this would be Chris DiStefano's comments on the festival. Chapter 2, Chris DiStefano. DiStefano's perspective on the RIYADH gig is interesting to me because he gave two conflicting accounts of his decision to perform on two different podcasts. The first came on an episode of Two Bears, One Cave from July 21st that he was guest hosting with the $40,000 chocolate fraudster, Stavros Halkias. During a riff about life insurance, Chris throws...
What's that joke about the chocolate stuff? Did he actually fraud people? Is Stavros a scammer? What's that joke about the chocolate dollar? What's that about?
In that he's got a gig in Saudi Arabia.
Like, he's a comedian, he's got a show in Saudi Arabia, and his cholesterol's 400.
When Stav asks if he's going, Chris then flips it back and asks Stav if he's doing the gig.
Are you going to Saudi Arabia? Are you going to do that gig?
To which Stav says that he can't.
I can't do it. Can't take the Saudi money.
Do it,
I get
man.
it.
I can't.
This is another theme you will see from several of the comedians when they bring up the festival. The way they try to find a back door into talking about it, and then spin the issue around to their interlocutor. This isn't even the only time Chris specifically does it either, but I'll get to that in a minute. While riffing about Saudi Arabia with Stav, Chris essentially blames his wife for making him take the festival gig for the money.
I didn't want to do it either. I was contemplating. I was like, maybe not. I was like, I can't do it. And then she was like, you're going to take that fucking money.
However, shortly after this, Chris makes it clear that he understands the retrograde nature of the country by saying that his wife cannot go with him to the gig.
There's no question Jasmine can't come.
Chris continues to prove that he comprehends how brutal the country is by making jokes about how his wife would come back from Saudi Arabia headless.
If you do come, just know you're coming back headless.
And suggests that he would join in on stoning Jewish comedians if it meant getting back home safely.
I was like, I'm going to grab a stone too. I'm going to join the mob and get out of there. I got to get home. You're all
We're in a stone, Sam.
Like I said during the We Might Be Drunk segment, these are jokes, but they also leave no room for the excuse that comedians like DiStefano weren't aware of what was going on in Saudi Arabia.
Jessica Kirsten's getting it first. Right? What the hell?
She's not leaving, I'll tell you that. It's going to be hard to do crowd work with that burqa.
They know they were just willing to look the other way in exchange for a big enough payday. He does try to muddy the waters by comparing the controversy regarding the Saudis to the exhaustion felt over donating to charities that turn out to be scams.
And then you just get exhausted and you're like, I don't know anymore at all.
But again, it's little more than muddying the waters and deflection.
Christ.
And it's not as if Chris couldn't turn the gig down, because the Dionysian bag of gyro meat sitting right next to him did just that. But it gets worse.
Base frequency hates Stavros, isn't it?
For Lil Chrissy D. During an episode of his History Hyenas podcast from August 14th, he brought up the RIYADH Comedy Festival to Joe DeRosa. And again, watch how he injects the topic into the conversation as if he can't wait to get it off his chest.
Sure, we need to be got to carve that out. 2 months. I got a show in Saudi Arabia, so I don't want any clips to pop up at the airport.
Wait, do you really?
Swear to God.
Oh, like, God, dude, that sounds
awful.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
What I find really telling about this bit is the way that Chris once again spins the conversation around, this time on Joe DeRosa, and asks him whether or not he would go.
You wouldn't go?
Dude,
It seems to me like he has a guilty conscience about his decision and is hoping for confirmation from one of his peers. It's like he wants Joe to admit that he would have done the same thing.
No,
you wouldn't do it.
You know the way you talk.
But DeRosa rebukes him. Even after Joe says he wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia, Chris continues to pressure him on the issue and question if DeRosa would do it for the right number.
For the right number, you wouldn't do it?
Dude, that's like saying...
Joe provides a rambling response about how going to Saudi Arabia would be like going through a bad neighborhood to get to a good restaurant, then expresses a reluctance to visit the Middle East in general.
I would not feel comfortable going to that region of the world, personally.
Right now.
No.
Later on, Chris seems to contradict his claim from Two Bears, One Cave that his wife pressured him into taking the gig, when he says that his family is pretty upset about him going.
My family is pretty upset that I said yes. Well, there's a reason.
After talking about how his Puerto Rican material probably won't go over well in Saudi Arabia, he stumbles through pronouncing Riyadh,
Riyadh,
then claims that all of the big comedians will be doing the festival.
It's a huge. Kevin Hart's going. Tom Segura.
This is another tactic you'll see used by comedians to justify doing the gig.
Yeah.
Well, all of the other comedians are doing it.
People are doing it like a lot, like almost everyone.
It's Louis C.K., me, Bill Burr,
Jim Jeffries.
Fluffy's going, Whitney
Zero
Cummings
Moore.
is going, Faison Sari, Bill Burr, Jim Jeffries, Jimmy Carr, Joe Coy, Kevin Hart, you know.
It's the kind of excuse that doesn't hold water when a child uses it.
Exactly.
But it's especially lame when it's coming from fully grown adults taking a shot at their own reputation like it's a Saudi journalist in a consulate building in Istanbul.
You're going to a country that looks good on the surface, but there's a lot of horrible things happening in that country to make it look a certain way on the surface, right?
Right.
It doesn't quite end here, though. After arriving in Saudi Arabia, Chris took part in what I can only describe as a humiliation ritual.
Jesus
While looking
Christ.
like he was being held at gunpoint, Chris extolled the virtues of the country and said that he was already thinking about
Embarrassing.
moving there, despite only having been in the country for 10 hours.
Chrissy Compton, aka Chrissy Camel Toe. And let me tell you something, I'm loving this country so far. I've been here for about 10 hours. I want to know what I can do to become a Saudi citizen. My first time ever, I've never even been to the Middle East. I literally am like, why didn't I ever want to come here? I wish I would have come here 10 years ago.
Jesus
I want to
Christ,
hopefully,
Chris.
I'd like to start another family
Jesus
in the Middle
Christ.
East and not tell my family back home. I'd like to live 2 lives.
I'm not a fan of Chris DiStefano, but I'm not sure how you could watch this video and not have your estimation of him as a man fucking plummet.
Jesus
And he's far from the only
Christ.
one doing this shit.
Shameful.
It seems like most of the comedians who were
Oh
involved in
my
the festival either had to praise the country or take part in bizarre rituals. Even the A-listers like Kevin Hart and
Oh, yeah,
Dave
the hand
Chappelle
in
were
the
doing
sand.
weird sand handprints. Moreover, in the time since doing the Saudi gig, Chris has made repeated remarks about it. They're typically minor but feel forced into conversations, as if Chris cannot get the subject out of the back of his mind.
I always get a little nervous when...
Yeah, about when you go to Saudi Arabia.
Perhaps because he knows he will always be tied to this controversy in some way.
And it's one of those things where, you know, as you said, it gets very expensive for any of the people who were criticizing me for going to Saudi Arabia. I have 3 words for you: Brooklyn Family Court.
It's another reason why getting involved in this event was a terrible idea. It was never just going to be collecting a paycheck.
Exactly.
These people are forever going to be part of an effort to launder the reputation of the Saudi government via their own reputations.
And the guy goes, just hold these flowers and take a photo.
It really isn't worth it, innit? It really isn't worth it. They're gonna be forever branded as sellouts. Like they're never gonna shake this. They don't have any ability to comment on stuff like this as well. It really does boggle the mind, because, and that's the thing. You know what's gonna make this worse? If they told the public how much they got paid, I think it'd make it worse. If they told the public how much they actually got paid, I think it'd make it worse, because I don't think the money is life-changing. I think a lot of them are trying to make it seem like it is. Don't get me wrong. It's more than they usually get paid to do stand-up, I'm sure. But I don't think it's like money that they could never earn themselves just by doing what they're doing now currently. That would make it absolutely worse if they actually confessed and said, yeah, I got paid 100 grand. Like, you caused all of that headache for yourself for 100 grand. You know what I mean? Like, most of them would, if they confessed, oh yeah, I got my flights and my accommodation and 100 grand. Like, all of that is not worth 100 grand. Like, being categorized in that particular area, particular way for your entire career is just not worth it, really.
Front of the sign. And I was like, okay. Which felt very weird, but he's like, Bobby Lee did it, Santino did it. I was like, all right, as long as everyone else did it, because you don't want to be the guy going.
Nah, they care, Cole. They care. You're mistaken. They care. That I think is my main problem. My main problem is that they care. Because if it's me and I'm taking that money, I know what comes of it. I don't give a fuck. I just don't talk about it anymore. I got my bag. But they clearly care, because maybe it's one of the key ingredients of being a comedian. You're kind of a bit of a people pleaser. You're always seeking validation. So even though they took the money, they still want their fans to like them without any fucking limits, without any drawbacks. Like, they still want the approval of the audience. They still want to be like, hey, you guys love me, right? You guys think I'm so cool, right? You guys think I'm so funny, right? It's like, brother, like, taking that money you're gonna lose a certain part of your fan base. You're gonna have people look at you differently forever. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that. But they're, maybe comedians are also intrinsically greedy. They want everything. They want the ability to make that money, to have no criticism, to continue as going on. I don't know, but I think their problem is that they care. That's their main problem.
Riyadh, here's me with flowers. I don't want to be the face of Riyadh.
Sure.
This will happen regardless of any regrets they have or attempts they've made to recontextualize their role in the festival.
Exactly.
Such as with Aziz Ansari.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Chapter 3.
Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now, people. I'm going to leave it there. I'll come back to it tomorrow. Because it's about 4:30 here in London town, and I've got to get to bed because I've got a long day tomorrow. So we'll finish it off tomorrow. If you haven't watched it already, stay with me. We'll finish it off tomorrow. I appreciate everyone. Smash the like button, hit subscribe before you go. Smash the like button, hit subscribe before you go. Smash the like button, hit subscribe before you fucking go. Smash the like button, hit subscribe before you go, if you don't mind. Thank you for tuning into the Random Show. Episode number 524, day number 2 of 20. Day number 2 of 20. We're gonna go for 20 days straight, all the way until the December 20th. Obviously, get involved. 20-day marathon. 20-day marathon. Get involved, support the channel. All of that would be greatly appreciated. Trying to raise money for this fucking Berlin fund, so if you can, get involved. Obviously, subscribe to the channel. Clips are going up later on. Timestamps will come later. Join the Discord, all that good shit, and more Taz as well tomorrow too. There'll be another episode of Taz as well going out, so make sure you are around for that. All right, I appreciate you all. Take care, be well, peace. Oh, by the way, hopefully we get a Tfatk because we missed it today. I don't know what happened. No Tfatk today. I don't know what actually happened. Did they say why there was no Tfatk? Tfatk, the fighter and the kid. They have an Instagram, right? I want to know what happened because there was meant to be a Tfatk today, but there was none. No Tfatk. Let's see what did they announce on the Instagram? No announcement on the Instagram. So don't know why the fuck we never got one, but we never got one for some reason. Cool. Anyway, let's move on. Take care, people. Peace.